This is a really cool countdown you have, Scott.
Yeah, somebody cool made it.
I like the toys.
The toys are the best part. Ch-ch-ch-ching.
Look at you and sing.
You like that? I'm Justin Timberlake up in this bitch. And here comes the real song. Oh, got scary.
This was so fun to make.
That
Look
did
at
scare me.
Jayne front and center. Look, and there's Nerd Cookies. She's here today.
Yay!
And Script Doctor. Look, there's Script Doctor. This is amazing.
Yeah, I'm here. It's crazy. This is all working out.
Hey, buddy, doing tonight? I stopped it quickly because we have a good show for you all tonight. Culture Casino is, oh no, that's not who I want to talk about. We have the great Jessi Milestone here tonight. Thank you for being with us. We are going to have a fun night. How are you, Jessi? That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I'm doing great. I think I got to give the hair a little
Did I?
bit, but-
Yeah, did I just see an
there it is.
arm? I just saw an arm. in the
There may have
background.
been a wild Jeff sighting.
Oh my
Yeah, there
God.
was. There was
that's
a man bear Jeff in the back. I saw.
I have to put this guy in the middle because he has to be near you.
Oh my
Yeah, Justin, no hand washer is here. Fantastic.
God.
No. It's today. It's Justin Proper, the person who knows Jessi Milestone and Jeff Hicks personally, unlike any of you on the panel.
Oh, wow.
Blessing. He's
This boy
blessing.
kept up with me at a Memorial Day party.
Memorial Day party.
He can keep up with me with the alcohol.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, so in August, sometime between the 11th and the 15th, we'll see if humans can hang with the old guy. We'll see.
All right. What's gonna happen there? You gonna visit Vegas or something?
Vegas, baby, Vegas.
Whoa!
That's
Yeah,
right.
I think it's on.
It's on like Donkey Kong, baby.
Yes, it is. And like Man Squatch says here, lots of cool kids here. Yes. And guess what? We're not talking drama on my channel tonight. I've talked too much drama. Too much drama. Oh, wait a minute. Paulie always talks drama. Oh, great. We got Paulie.
Paulie's the best. You can't say bad things about Paulie.
No, he's mostly, but let me introduce everybody and we'll get to Paulie being
Mostly
drama
Jessi.
filled.
Did you introduce Jessi yet?
I'm about to shut up, Culture. So once again, from Mindless Entertainment, the great Jessi Milestone. How are you tonight?
What's up? I'm doing awesome. I'm so excited to be here. It's Saturday. If you guys don't know, the two really awesome things. I'll just lead with the strong one. Richard Chu, that guy who edited Star Wars, like the original one, had an Academy Award for it and edited a whole bunch of other cool stuff. He just is talking to me about his film career for fun, and that's all on my channel right now. So,
What?
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's real. That's like there's 4 hours plus of him just telling amazing stories, like about the time John Belushi threw up in Jack Nicholson's bed while they were shooting down in Mexico.
Awesome.
That time.
Editing Peter O'Toole and
Wait, Jack threw up in John's bed?
No, John.
John threw up in Jack's bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
makes
makes
a
sense.
lot more sense.
A lot more sense.
With
Because
the
he-
full context, you'll have to go see.
Yes.
But then also excitingly, actually, there are three really exciting things. I'm on this new platform called LiveIt. That's a capital L, capital I, capital V, capital I, capital T. Because they actually treat me right, because YouTube doesn't. So the links for that are everywhere. You should check me out over there. I'm playing songs. I'm singing Disturbed songs. It happens.
Wow.
Yeah, I also do a pretty sick Number of the Beast, if you're an Iron Maiden.
Are you down with the sickness?
I am so down with the sickness. If you want to hear my you're gonna have to go over there.
Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Can you do it in the style of Johnny Cash?
If you ask nicely.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna keep
that's
your-
the wrong. No, that's the wrong band. That's Nine Inch
I'll hurt
Nails
myself.
that did her. That's not Disturbed. Disturbed is so much better.
That's 9 Inch Nails.
No. Disturbed is the band that covered Simon and Garfunkel better than Simon and Garfunkel. actually had.
Whoa. Better.
Not possible.
That's an objective statement.
It was better to me. I liked it more.
No, okay. Here's the
Who
thing.
did Careless Whispers? Who did the remake?
Wham.
Cedar.
We need to.
I
Yes.
did.
It was Wham.
I did. Yes.
I did.
Justin, we covered this in other streams before. I'm going to say it again. You're wrong. Just accept you're wrong
Jeez.
in any opinion you ever have.
No.
Unless you
No. You're wrong.
No. It will,
A lot of anger today from
Here's the
Culture.
thing, though. Oddly enough, they're both great in different ways. I enjoyed Disturbed's version a lot more, and the build-up was so much better than how the original one was. The original one was very much like Bob Dylan, very like grounded, and it was good. I liked it. It was
no one can take you seriously because you also enjoy going to the bathroom live on stream without.
Oh, no, you're gonna throw that. You're gonna throw that in there.
Oh, okay,
So
let's
Jessi-
introduce this guy. Wait a minute. Let's introduce this guy.
On
We're
you.
gonna be here all day. This is gonna be a fun stream.
Let's hurry up. Who is this? Culture Casino. How are you? Where can they find you? Move on. Fantastic. Jayne Theory is in the house. How are
Hey
you?
guys, I'm
Hi, guys.
fine. How are you?
I'm fantastic, I think.
Happy to be here.
Where can they find you, Jayne?
Oh, you can find me at Jayne Theory here on YouTube, where I post movie and television reviews and occasionally some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
All right. And we have, oh my God, who is this?
Script doctor. We're talking Snyder cut, right? So I'm gonna dress for the character.
Okay, Jayne.
So nice.
Elaine, I thought you were right. I was a little nervous to say it, but I didn't know if it was like script man or something like that. You're looking hot though, man. You have really brought in those COVID abs.
Yeah, they're getting a little soft now because we're kind of going back to not lockdown in my area, so that's good.
Yeah, you're about to get soft. Okay, and let's move on. Machini 90. He is scribbling. He is writing. I don't know if he can speak, but man, he has some balls. This guy.
Dude.
He has some huge balls. What he just did on the last stream. How
It
are you,
looks
Machini?
Yeah, I'm with you, Scott.
Balls.
Less drama, more
Well, our
more
mama.
fun tonight.
Yeah,
More fun
less
tonight,
drama.
especially since I'm here with Justin Proper and Jessi Milestone.
I know, together.
To the speaking turn for the first time, and I hear Jeff is in the background. So, hi, Jeff.
You
We're
just
in the
made
office at the moment, but he'll be back.
you guys just made his night. And talking about somebody with his mama, the Justin Proper. How are you, sir?
My mom is dead, so thank you for the reminder.
Mine is too.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after the stream. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I am Justin Proper, the guy who knows. Again, Jeff Hicks and Jessi Milestone
an
personally.
Not that well. Can't
Yeah,
get
you
their names
definitely know
right.
him personally. Can't even get their names right.
Starfucker.
He is, isn't he?
You know what? How many of you have jumped out of a plane with Jessi Milestone? Neither have I.
I don't know. But I don't know, but we haven't put our hand up Bob Ross anytime recently either. So what does that say?
There's no back entrance there. It's very much you have such a dirty mind.
Okay, and let's move on. And the great
Thank you for having me on.
anytime. One of the greatest out there. He is moving up the charts, kids. So jump on his coattails now. That's Paulie from Latino Slant.
He's also
I
breathing
feel
fire here.
So unsure.
Oh,
As I take your hand and lead you to the dance floor.
You go, George.
Hey, everybody.
was that Seether who redid that?
That was me. That wasn't disturbed.
Oh my
He
God!
just
I
did
thought
it.
that was you. I thought that was. I
No,
thought
no,
you
he
was
did it
Seether.
just now. He's
I
really
just
good.
sang. That was me singing.
Yeah, it was
Oh
his
my
version
God.
of George Michael. He's so talented.
He is so hot too. I
Didn't
mean,
we-
what?
Didn't we just say Careless Whispers, Jessi?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm trying-
listen.
I'm trying to find out who remade it. That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I did.
dude, you're look at Latino Slant's Bat Cave now, man. That thing is looking amazing.
It's looking really good right now.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is the Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Back there. That's probably my favorite.
Well, I just put up a
out of
little video of me my DVD and VCR players now working.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, the one that's on top of your printer. Is
It's on top of my
is
printer.
that a printer? Yeah.
Yeah, and this is actually a working.
What's the thing that's
office.
coming out
It
of the
looks
printer?
like it.
It's a little design cloth, so like trying to hide the printer.
Okay.
Oh,
It looks
God.
like a tongue. It looks like a tongue. That's why it looks so cool.
Yeah, no, it's
I
not a
like
tongue,
it.
and
It's
then
like it.
on this side
it's like
is La Catrina.
Fantastic. La Catina.
La
What is
Catrina,
that?
and then there's La Catrina is the Calavera madam from Mexico.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
gracias. And then Pumpkin
De
is
nada.
always with us, everyone.
I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Paulie.
Thank you,
And
man. Thanks
last,
for the invite. It's a
but-
pleasure.
of course, but last but not least, one of my favorite people on the YouTubes is Elaine from Nerd Cookies. How are you, Elaine?
Hello, I'm great. Am I last, really?
You are last but not
Right.
least.
Just Jayne hasn't gone yet. Has
No,
she?
Jayne went. I ran right through her.
She did.
yeah, and my appearance was very brief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like a pair of
Well, thank you.
underoos.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for
Yay.
being here. I love you people. I love all you people. So, what do you guys want to talk about first? We got a couple things.
What do you mean, you people?
Exactly what you think I mean.
There's one thing I
People
didn't
with good
say
hair.
in the
What's that?
beginning, which
Yes.
is Backstealing Solo. It's out now with the Fandom Menace cover featuring all the original Fandom Menace creators, painted by Anna, and original story art by Jeff, all that wonderful stuff. Your stimulus checks are coming, so you can get the ultimate collector's edition with literally everything in it and still have $1,000 left over for yourself.
I did that.
Yeah, I plan on getting it, and I want Jeff on when I do.
Awesome.
All right. So
Yeah.
pass
Okay.
that along.
Did you hear me?
I would like you guys on my channel too, but I'm not going to do that live on Scott's channel because that would
No,
be
I put pressure on people. I
Easy.
put pressure.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
just
I
want
roll.
I
I'm
got
not
my
like
check.
As Jeff has put out there, I am officially his manager. So if you want him or me, just hit me up and hit me up repeatedly and remind me multiple times because I will just forget otherwise.
You were not bad about that.
All
You
right,
made
well,
it seem like it was going to be bad.
I
Paulie,
usually am. I was
Let me
actually
just say
surprised
right
by
now a couple things. I got my stimulus check. I already got
Ooh.
Stealing Solo.
that. Woo!
yes.
And I would like to book you and Jeff on the Latino Slant.
look at that.
Nice.
He
Can we
just
do
went
that?
for the trifecta.
I mean,
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't.
if you
do
don't
that.
ask, you
But you're
That's
not
what I'm
supposed to
saying.
do it on a stream. That's like bad.
Paulie, no, Paulie, I
It
respect
is?
that. I
she's the one who
respect
said she's the manager.
But
Yeah.
it's bad croquet.
No,
Paulie,
it's
don't-
not. It's not. And you know what? You really need to tone it down a little bit. Bro.
Doesn't he? Doesn't he?
Me?
Hey,
You,
Here's
yeah,
the
you.
way it works while the
Yeah.
solo
Muy
campaign is
agresivo,
live.
cabrón. Muy
right,
agresivo.
Jesse.
Scott,
While the campaign is live, the rule is
I love you, though.
whoever pimps the book the most, if you can demonstrate that you are responsible for selling the most number of books, we will go to your show first. And then
So,
Oh,
Let's-
she has like went. Okay,
That's
all right.
Yeah, she took it up a notch.
She
Can
took
we
it up
put
a notch.
can we put the link in the chat, guys?
it's already in
Thank
there,
you.
Scott. Already put
I
it in
love
there.
Jesse.
Yeah.
I love
Machini.
Jesse.
Machini's got it.
Machini, you have the hottest hands of anyone I
I know,
Hey, now.
dude. I love watching him draw.
It is.
I love it.
So
But-
one person. Wait a minute, Justin. Before you speak, I have to read a
Yes,
super
please.
chat from Justin Proper for $5. Jesse is
Oh, I heard
one.
about that guy. He's a
Yeah.
complete dipshit.
Yeah,
Yeah, he is. And he doesn't mute his mic when he goes pee or
Oh,
wash
God.
his hands afterwards.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
I don't know. He could pull off some shades though. Jesse is one of the coolest people I've ever met. We breathe fire, jump out of planes, and we've been both met Jeff's mom. By the way, Jeff says hi to your mom for me.
No, Jeff does not says no. You
Oh,
read
Jeff
that
say
wrong.
hi to your mom for me.
I'll make sure we say hi.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
Yeah.
Do I have to spell it out for you?
No, you actually did, and I still screwed it up.
She'll love to hear from you, Justin. She thinks you're a sweetheart. So
No. It's just say
Those
hi to
are
your
all
mom
true
for
things.
me. How can that not be clear, dude?
It wasn't very clear to me, Jeff.
My
never-
name isn't Jeff. My name is Justin.
No,
Wait,
we're
look.
off the rails already. Those are
So-
all facts.
Oh my gosh! The dump is really.
Well, that's why it's called the dump.
Wow.
I mean, come on. All right,
Well,
next
no.
up.
I'm giving you shit, but
Hi, Lane.
but Jeff,
Did
say
you
hi to
really
your
not
mom.
wash your hands?
We will.
He didn't. You can hear there was audio evidence of the entire thing.
My hands are up. I don't know what to do.
I know
Wash
what to do. Yeah, wash them, right?
Yeah, just wash
Yeah,
him
yeah.
afterwards, bro.
Yeah.
It's
Do
not
I have to
a-
wash them again? Do I have to like?
Just do it once, right
Yeah.
after you go to the bathroom on the live stream.
And just make sure you
All I'm
mute it.
asking for.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, so we're
Okay.
gonna ad block the shit out of this. We're going to talk a little. Zack Snyder says the studio had rules about what he couldn't put in his Snyder cut of Justice League.
There were rules. My life is so hard. People didn't just give me everything I wanted immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Sean O'Connell said that this was tough for Zach. So let's just not forget that.
Really difficult getting his way on literally everything.
Well, let me ask.
I love how you said his name's like Sean O'Connell.
Well, don't everyone knows Sean from Cinema Blend? Come on.
Good old Sean. That is Scott Mendelson, but you know.
Yeah. Oh God.
Scotty boy.
Scotty boy. The pipes.
You know, he's showed up on Jeff's Facebook repeatedly as a recommended friend.
What?
Yeah.
Just so you know,
that's irony.
Just so you know, man, like this is how it's going to be the whole night. So just go with the flow. You know?
Yeah, you just got to. You just got to. I have no control. I have no control over my stream, Justin. Have you ever been on this show before?
Once or twice, and I've been kicked out both times. So
3 times later.
Justin, he's a stand-up guy, and I don't know if he's mentioned yet, but we met in real life.
Oh no, really?
He's a couple
times, you know, just
I usually don't listen to him, but by now, thousands of you have seen Zack Snyder's Justice League, the 4-hour cut. It's actually like 4:02 of the movie that Snyder and his fans fought for years to see. Snyder is telling fans that this is the unfiltered, raw take on the DC universe. But now that's
a nice way to put it.
Yeah. Well, we're going to ask that after this because I have a question for everybody on here. But now that the movie's out, he's also explained that there was some compromises with the studio to ensure that his cut arrived and didn't interfere with the ongoing plans of the studio in the DCEU. All right. Who has seen it? Let's go around the panel. I want to know your takes on this. So, Jessi, have you seen it?
I have seen it.
What are your feelings?
If you want to know the full take, it is up on my channel. It basically, some of the things that it changed were better, but only worth the time they added to the cut. And by that, like, the best example is Darkseid, putting him in and having that as be the explanation as opposed to this long-winded mythological blah, 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 which we mostly got thrown in here anyway. It made more sense, but it was still just unnecessary exposition of Darkseid and Steppenwolf standing around talking to each other, or Wonder Woman explaining all of this to everybody else. So while it made the story a little bit better, it added a bunch more time, and it wasn't better quality storytelling.
Okay.
And then it took out a lot of things that I thought did add value. But then, you know, it took out a lot of the build up to the theme of, you know, family and all these people wanting to build a family, but still asked us to go along for the catharsis of that at the end. It felt like it asked you to assume that, you know, oh, you've already seen Aquaman and you saw the first Justice League, so we don't really need to worry about building up his backstory or anyone else's backstories, because it will just cut out a lot of that stuff in favor of adding in these long, weird, slow-mo music videos.
Oh my God. Those were killing me.
Honestly, so much of this, and the thing, there were things that were like, some of the CGI was improved, Steppenwolf was improved, but then there were unforgivably horrible moments of CGI and green screen that I could do better, and I'm not good at that stuff. So to me, with 2 years of work and $70 million extra dollars, what we got should have been noticeably, markedly, and irrefutably better than what came before it, and it certainly wasn't. So when you chop that all up outside of your nuanced opinions, by that measure alone, it's a failure.
Okay, wow. I know that Culture, you haven't seen it, so I'm going to jump over you and go to Script Doctor. Script Doctor, what are your feelings on the Justice League movie?
Well, biggest rule of screenwriting and storytelling: don't say in 5 sentences what you can say in 1.
Yep.
And that's what Justice League was, man. It just,
amen.
I mean, the only thing it really improved is that it gave a motivation for Steppenwolf and why he was doing what he was doing.
Yep.
But it also makes Darkseid look pathetic because he gets defeated on Earth, then forgets about it, leaves those three cubes behind, and then now he wants to go back there because there may be the anti-life equation, and he's like, well, what have you been doing for the last 10,000 years? If you've been conquering other worlds, do you really need those 3 cubes? Why don't you just bring another set?
Exactly. Can we talk about that part where the whole thing the cubes are here on Earth. Steppenwolf finds them all, and he's like, I think this is the planet where you lost before. Like, no shit, all the fucking mother boxes were there, where you left them the last time. Why is this all like, why is Darkseid still there? Like, I don't know if this is the place. Like, really? You don't recognize any of these people? Or okay.
That's the one thing. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump in real quick and say I did enjoy it way more than I enjoyed the other one. But I have to say that took me out. When they said that, when they made it seem like this is the planet, like how do you forget the planet where this is the only time you've been defeated? And you left your mother boxes there, and the equation is there. Like, how do you forget little old Earth? Like, that's the one thing that really threw me out of it. Yeah, I have to say that too. Well, who's after you? Oh, Justin, did you see this?
The only DCEU movies that I've seen are the good ones. Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
DCEU. I don't know why you keep saying that. they're just DC movies, officially.
All right, fine. The only ones I've seen are Aquaman and Wonder Woman. I have not seen the original Justice League. And Jessi, if you can give me your HBO Max account, I would love to watch. I would love to watch the Snyder Cut.
Honestly, Robert, hit me up. I got no problem sharing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I would love to see it because who better to review the Justice League Zack Snyder cut than me, somebody who has no investment and has never seen a Zack Snyder film in his entire life, not even 300.
We haven't even finished Deliverance yet.
I've seen none of them. I don't care to, and I'm only going to do it because people ask me to. So,
unbiased opinion.
Hey.
So who better than the most uneducated person on this?
Oh, yes, uneducated is a good place to start, but also the fact that, you haven't seen some
You had your turn.
Film. No, I didn't have a turn.
No, I skipped him. I did skip him.
You were skipped.
You haven't seen the 300, so you have no room to talk about any movie ever in your lifetime.
In my lifetime, there's several movies in my lifetime that I have every right to talk about.
No. You did not. You still haven't seen the 300. You can't talk.
Yeah,
I can. I said I have anything to do.
No,
I'm sorry. What were you doing at like 12 years old? Were you worried about movies that were coming out then, or are you worried about chasing girls and stuff? Wanted to have a good time in middle school.
I was a chubby fat kid that didn't get any girls. So Jessi, what was that again? What was that?
Mary Mayhem.
That's what I was trying to read Mary's message because I love Mary. Mary said, leaving a lurk, but I must remain committed to the night off. And I respect that. Give Jessi my love. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And she's one of the best, man. One of the best. Jayne, what did you think about that? Oh, I skipped Elaine, but Jayne first because Elaine is thinking.
Okay. So I agree with you guys. I know.
Come on. This is bad YouTube. Let's go. Jayne, go.
I agree with what everybody else has said. Regarding the whole planet thing in the boxes, it was a bit contrived.
Mm-hmm.
I did like the costumes. I said that before. I love the coloring and the cinematography. I felt like we did get the cohesive vision we were looking for, but we got a lot more of it than we needed.
Yes.
There was extensive filler, a ton of exposition. The slow motion was just, it was cool the first couple of times.
Yeah.
But it's like not every scene needs to be in slow motion.
Right.
And I think he was doing it to set the tone and to really ground us and have us feel something. But it just became so repetitive after a while that you're just like, I'm over it. Jesus.
Yep.
Did anyone feel like they were flipping channels between 8 different movies?
Yes. Like, tell me this also, like that part where the Norwegian girls, North Atlantic, I don't know who the hell they were when they're singing.
Singing. Oh my goodness.
What was that all about? And then she's like this. She's like
his sweater.
Exactly. Like, what the heck was that? It was the most awkward. Honestly, just abruptly cutting to the next scene would have been a less awkward transition.
So much better. So much better. Like
I was saying that too. Like, why is this song so long? Why are we?
Right, Elaine. Well, let's hear your take because I'm asking you this question. When you figure out Aquaman dove out of there, like he got out of there so quick, and they turn around and see that he's gone, and they're still like further for ganga. Like, what would you do?
Yeah, it's just a tad longer. Well, and I will say that, yeah, I don't have my full opinion yet because I've only seen the first 30 minutes, but honestly, that was a long 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And again, the slow motion, so I guess if it's the same thing throughout, it took a really long time just to get started with anything, and just there was a lot of things that just didn't feel necessary. And they felt less impactful. Like I agree I see what he was trying to do with the mystery, I guess, of Aquaman and how they view him there, but why do we need to stay on this woman singing this choir and sniffing his scarf? I had no idea what he was trying to say.
And all I know, if I was a manager, I would go into these villages and be like, you have some of the greatest singing I've ever heard. Like, let's make a band. Let's go ABBA on your ass.
The beginning too, like the initial scream, I guess, from Superman, that actually like bothered me. Like that sound was really kind of grating after a while, like nails on a chalkboard. Like, how long is this like sound gonna like? It was weird.
The chandelier fleur, or the chandelier fleur.
But I will say, like, I was never a huge fan of what Zack Snyder has done. I'm not a huge fan of Man of Steel or Batman v Superman.
I liked Man of Steel.
So this wasn't like I wasn't like super uber excited of this. I'm happy he got to complete his vision. Like, I never agreed with what the studio did to him in the midst of filming. So I'm happy in that regard. But it was.
That is creepy.
I didn't understand why it needed to be 4 hours. He could have made it a lot cleaner.
Casino. We want to hear what people have to say, and you're distracting him.
Yeah. On to Nerd Cookies once more. It's one of those things. No, you're good. I'm sorry. Culture Casino got me all riled up. You know what? Let me do this real quick. Nick Cookies, one of my favorite new people, for $2 says, "Glory hole, anyone?" Yes, sir. This is for you and Elaine.
And it is a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so, having said that, I want me some glory hole.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't?
What? Who the fuck? What the fuck? And
that's an evil man.
Why the fuck?
Are you just now seeing this? You haven't seen this
evil
before?
Man. Just shield your.
I don't know.
We know Justin's not a fan of this channel.
I know. Wow, man, Justin never watched my show before. That is proven. Asshole. Toxic, the super straight man flew for $2. Scott, you are my hero with your super swimmers. I got him snipped, dude. But you know what? Justin isn't a fan of mine. We're finding this out moment after moment.
No. It's not that I'm not a fan of yours. I'm not a fan of golf or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Just shh.
Oh, that's even worse.
Just please don't ever say that again. I'd rather you say Quidditch than say golf, right?
I am not a fan of whatever Tiger Woods.
Just say sports.
Whatever he does for a living.
Ball.
Tiger Woods does for a living. I don't.
Yeah, well, that was Tiger Woods. If you couldn't tell,
this was a person trying to convince us that he was chasing.
Are you saying that old white guy is Tiger Woods?
I'm sorry.
That's Jimmy Jones. He's the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Jerry Jones.
Football team.
And silly me is just like what
Jimmy
the fuck
Jam
is
and
this
Terry
golf
Jones.
guy
Jimmy
doing?
Jam.
Now I feel like a complete idiot.
That's Jammer.
Like a partial idiot.
Oh man,
I am so canceled.
Did you not know
tonight.
what golf was? Seriously?
Yeah, he's
I know what golf is, but I see an old white dude talking in a conference with a hat, and I just assumed golf.
Just please stop.
That is so American.
No, let him go.
No,
Scott.
no.
You don't interrupt him when he's making a mistake.
Good night, guys. It was fun.
I, for one, am glad that Proper's innocence has not been tarnished by the evil of Jerry Jones.
He is evil. He is
Dude,
so evil.
This is a guy that was trying to convince us he was chasing tail in middle school, and he doesn't know anything about any sports ball.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was.
Hey, you want to play
successful.
Magic
Let's
the
just put it that way.
Gathering?
Look, chasing tail does not mean catching it, okay?
No, I know. Yeah, he's like, hey, have you seen my latest chess club trophy?
Yeah.
Por Dios.
I was not. There was no chess club in my.
Mr. Tickle Trunks for Canadian
was
$2 super sticker. Anybody know what that super sticker is?
Por Dios.
It's your channel. You should know.
Yeah, you should probably open the stream once.
It is,
I'm not used to this
It's
shit.
a Shiba Inu farting hearts.
Oh,
I love that guy. Okay, Paulie, what did you think of this fantastic movie?
Which one?
The Schnerver movie. Not Man of Steel. Oh my God, Snyder Cut.
It's pretty bad.
You almost
right?
said Man of Snail.
Justin, please. It's pretty bad, right? I mean, it's pretty awful.
Yeah.
There are some glorious moments, but I'm in with the script and Jessi, where it's just like, I mean, I stopped it several times, and it took me 2 days to finish it. So that's never a good thing. I loved that's how Wonder Woman's supposed to be. That was a great Wonder Woman beginning. There was great little moments, but you had to go through a lot of slow motion activity. I love Cyborg's story. Yes. I think him and Joe Morton or the dad was great.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I got right now. I mean, maybe you guys know more than I do. Is like, so he got his own cut. Why was it so long?
Well,
I mean, the first one was, I didn't like
it was
the first
supposed to
one.
be 2 movies. That's what he thought from the beginning. He also wasn't allowed to do any new cuts. Everything already had to be filmed. And I don't know, maybe he thought he had to use all that to tell his story. I think script said it best, though. What
really
you could
did.
say in 1 sentence, why are you doing it in 5?
Yeah.
That was one of my biggest issues too, is when you looked at a lot of the time that was added back in wasn't additional story. It was just original scenes made longer.
Right.
And also that's bullshit. They didn't shoot anything new, because they definitely, like the Willem Dafoe scene where that is just the same dialogue that he had with Mira in the old movie, but with Willem Dafoe. So they had to reshoot that. That's ridiculous.
Right. That's what I was wondering.
He spent $70 million, right?
That clearly, and that's what pissed me off too. That clearly was done because it didn't make sense that he had that rapport with Mira when you then saw Aquaman and saw that, there were a couple other moments like that, like the way they threw Mira in and then changed the way they interacted.
Changed the way she spoke.
And it was so confusing too, because it's like, because it's a longer movie and you're adding more story, like some important story plot notes were like gone. Like, okay, what happened? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen in a 4-hour movie.
It was weird what was taken out. There were things that, again, all of that stuff. I mean, it felt like all of the Flash's subplot about wanting someone to go to brunch with was swapped for a one scene, slow-mo scene that means literally nothing to anybody who isn't already a fan of the character. So it was, and then again, the movie asks you to pay off the whole little end thing where the Martian Manhunter shows up and Bruce Wayne feels all tickled that, he gets to be the leader of this team now, is supposed to be the big emotional payoff for the story where, he has all this anxiety about being the leader of the team because he doesn't look at himself as a leader or a team player or any of that stuff. That was completely cut out of this version. So you're asking us to go, to have this emotional payoff without doing any of the work to get us there.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Scott?
please.
Did anyone miss the banter and the race between who's faster?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I have to say, I even though I can't forgive the actor for what he has done, the Flash was at least better in this movie than the last movie. The last movie, he was a coward that was scared. I just push people. This one, they made him seem more of a superhero that's learning, which I was a little, he got shot and he was like, I just got the wind knocked out of me. Like, he was at least more of a man. Cyborg had an actual freaking story.
I gotta say though, I don't know if you guys agree or not, Ray Fisher can't act.
No, he's a good cyborg though.
No, he was being actual robotic.
the only character that got any, time added significantly in, and at this expense of everyone else's, was him. And he really, it was a very wooden, very melodramatic performance that sort of pissed me off, because we had to all, as fans or followers or people, going through this timeline, we had to listen to his gripes, his bitching and moaning about, not being pissed off he got cut out. And I'm like, well, there's a reason for that. Yeah, it hurts the story, because there's, it doesn't make as much sense now. We don't really get why you're here. There's no emotional journey for you. But clearly the reason that was cut out was because he's just not very good.
Right.
I mean, we're all wrapped up in the virtue signal behind that, and everyone wanting to choose sides and pick teams and throw somebody under the bus in the process of making this. You can't say that anymore. Otherwise you're this or that. I'm not saying anything other than making a very valid critique of an actor's performance.
I mean, I don't know. I liked him and Joe, but I mean, yeah, I didn't really break down his performance because he is so cyborgy. Yeah. So maybe the wooden part played to it. I don't know.
I don't know. But
and I think the dad was great. But
I think it. Well, let me ask. Yeah, I was about to ask you, Jayne.
I think.
What do you thought?
I think he got more. Well, there wasn't a strong enough distinction between pre and post cyborg.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. They didn't really develop the robotic sort of almost stationary or even stoic personality that he became. He was just sort of that all along. And I think that was part of the problem. You didn't really see him change, even though he was supposed to be.
Right.
He was supposed to be becoming more and more detached over time, and that wasn't well communicated.
Right. That's absolutely correct.
That's why I think it's the actor's shortcomings, where he, in those pre-cyborg moments, didn't have any life. He does have a theatrical background, and a lot of theatrical actors transitioning to film have those problems. They're a little bit stiff. They're a little bit overly performative and not really lived in at that close angle with the camera. I certainly could get better, but as of this performance, I was not impressed.
Right.
And I think that was a problem, Jesse, like with a lot of this was uneven as far as the acting, even from Ben.
A lot of those cuts were cuts for a reason,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I do have to say there's certain ways it was filmed I like better. Like, don't forget, like the part where they did the lasso of truth that Aquaman sat on, and then they started talking about the decision to bring Superman back. I like that he made it that they all decided it's a bad idea, but we have to do it. And I also like the way he filmed going around them instead of realizing you are sitting perfectly behind a green screen. Like the original cut was such a green screen. It took me out. Now, Jesse, you said there were other green screen moments that took you out of this one. Can you point out any of them that really got you?
The absolute worst two were when Wonder Woman's going to the Temple of Athena where the fire's been lit, and she's standing on there, and you're seeing, supposedly seeing grease in the background, and it was like it looked hand drawn, and it was, and the other one was when Steppenwolf comes to take the Mother Box from the Amazonians. A lot of that added in action in there. Some of it actually looked really cool, looked better than it had before. And then you get to one shot where they're getting on the horses to run away, and it's like, what is this horse? And then it literally looks like, like old timey footage where it's, they're just in the car and it's scrolling behind them. It's like the horses were going and the ground was just scrolling underneath them. It looked ridiculous. I was very upset about that. And to your point, that scene looking visually better, yes. However, I do feel like they removed so much of the conflict around bringing Superman back that it took away a lot of, again, the stakes of when he did come back and when he wasn't a good guy. And then again, they took away a lot of the stuff. I think they cut down a lot of the stuff when he goes back to the farm with Lois and his mom, and his conflict about whether he's going to fight this fight or not.
Right.
A lot of the characters felt like Cyborg stakes went up. Everyone else's stakes felt like they went down.
Oh, see, I disagree with the Superman at the farm. I felt like he was more out of it for longer in this movie than in the original movie. I felt like he got back to the farm. He's like, well, I feel like, a Kent again. But like in this one, it took him a little longer until he realized I loved it here. He said, he's like, wait a minute, I loved it here. And he started remembering who he was. But you're absolutely right. There was an uptick in The Flash. There was an uptick in Cyborg. I don't know if everybody else, I think everybody else kind of got hurt by that.
Yeah, I think
real
Batman
quick,
Bruce Wayne the most of anybody.
I have another question too.
Well, let me just finish these real quick. We got a Miss Martin Muses Rose for 99 cents. I love her. Thank you so much. She's one of my favorite panelists on our Monday night stream where we do a Song of Ice and Fire. Please make sure to check that out. And then we got one from the hair himself, Culture Casino, for $5. I think Jessi, Jayne, and Elaine are the best parts of this stream. Not sure why Justin's pooper is here. Please check out Latino Slant and Machity 90. Sporking news must suck. Okay, let's go on. And hey, Script Doctor, you're not even here, bro.
Yep. That's fair.
That's fair. Okay. All right, let's move on. Elaine, you said you only saw 30 minutes. So where did you end off?
Oh gosh.
Or did you fall asleep?
I don't know, and that's an approximation too. I'm not entirely sure where the timestamp was.
Yeah, that's hard to say. Someone will attack you.
I saw the Wonder Woman scene with the stopping the terrorist attack.
Blowing
was
up a building to
after
kill one
that?
guy. Yeah, Aquaman was after that part, I believe. She was early on. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It was somewhat after, like when he was having a conversation with Bruce and Alfred were talking. Somewhere around that time, I'm sorry, but yeah. It was interesting though. I did watch a comparison of a YouTube video comparing the two scenes of the Wonder Woman scene.
I was just about to ask you that. Awesome.
It's interesting when you compare the two. And obviously, I wasn't a fan of the original Justice League, so I have no qualms about that. The story was not good, but it was interesting how certain things just really come out to you. Like obviously the length, and it just surprises me how much he added to that didn't really add much to it. Just the slow motion. I think he added the Wonder Woman tossing the terrorists around. I think that was one significant scene. So it was a little bit more violent in that respect. And the coloring too was very a stark difference. That gloominess to it, which I'm not a huge fan of, honestly. 4 hours of that kind of coloring for me is, that's hard to sit through.
I like the coloring change. I thought it was weird on the last one, but I think that's because the other movies were Snyder's coloring.
Yeah. I mean, the tone kind of fit with it because it is kind of depressed, like Superman was gone, and it kind of fit with what was happening. But it really kind of made me depressed. I'm like, I can't take much more of this. Just you need to see it in little spurts or something. But I do think there's something to it. And it just feels like there are, from what y'all are saying, there's some really good gems, some really good moments in there. But it really seems to be like there. And the Wonder Woman scene I always really liked, that one at least. But it really seems to be watered down with a lot of this other stuff that doesn't seem to be necessary. It's kind of affecting the whole thing.
Yep.
And that's just honestly, it's not a full take because I haven't seen it all, but that's just my.
Well, let me ask everybody jump in about the Wonder Woman scene, because this is what bothered me about this. First of all, she has her own theme music. He didn't use it. She was able to block a full 30 round clip, or magazine, shooting by just blocking it, running. And then she gives him the time to reload a gun and then decides to destroy the building, cop cars, knock people out. Like, instead of just running up and knocking the dude out, like, is he
I forgot about that.
Was he adding violence for no reason? Like, I'm trying to understand why he's
look at all the blood and gore he added in later too. I mean, all the unnecessary blood. Like there was at least two different moments where you had gore splatters on the lens.
Right.
Like, all right, dude, come on.
And in that scene, isn't there a little girl that
I want to be just like you?
Traumatized, but
I was wondering why he didn't just blow him up in the beginning. Like, she could have just walked in and did that exact same thing.
Right.
And it would have been over.
The other really weird thing about that scene, correct me if I'm wrong, in the original Justice League, it was you had the the scene where the Amazonians are shooting the arrow, and she'll see it, and then it cuts to her introduction, which makes sense because it's a logical transition of who's she? Obviously, we know here's Wonder Woman. Right. It felt really, really weird that we had the Wonder Woman's introduction, and then we went to that scene immediately afterwards. So we were just introduced to Wonder Woman, and then we finished the next scene with an allusion to her.
Right.
We don't see her again for like, I don't know, half an hour.
Yeah. They do the Wonder Woman scene where she, destroys a city block, and then we miss her for a while. Then they do the scene in the museum, right? Is that how it went? It was like there was a big section where they like jumped to get to her working in the museum, which was in the original movie, where that was kind of
where she sees the arrow and all that. But there was a whole thing like Steppenwolf. The thing is like they do the arrow, and then we see Steppenwolf somewhere else doing something else,
right?
One of their action sequence and what have you before Wonder Woman sees the arrow. Okay. So it's sort of weird because it's like, okay, if we transition right to her seeing it, that makes sense,
right?
But I think in the original one, that was all like sort of in the intro and the preamble and the stuff like that, and then we just cut into her action intro.
Right.
In the which makes sense because you're like, oh, who's she? There she is. Ta-da! And that should be the first time we see her, as opposed to having that big moment and then have the like her introduction immediately after. It was like, why did you make that change? There was no reason you couldn't have done that in the original order. It was just literally flipping the two.
Absolutely.
They would have to change the dialogue to make it make sense.
It felt like one of those things. It felt like a lot of moments in this were Zack Snyder doing things just because he could.
Right.
I wanted this theme to be
to prove he did it differently,
exactly.
Yeah. Storyman Jack for $5. Sorry, I'm late. Missed all of you. Was on a stream with Vigilant Williamson. Had a terrific time. Gained 10 more subs. This community is amazing. Look, Storyman Jack, you might know him as George Big Dick Lucas. The man rocks. He's a great author. Love his like Game of Thrones style one he did. So guys, check out his videos. Please subscribe to him. Let's get him up there over at least 500 this weekend. That'd be great.
Can I ask a question, or is it still going around?
No. Jump on, man.
What did you guys think of the musical changes?
Some of it I liked. Some of it I liked.
I didn't really like it. I feel like we could have got a better soundtrack.
Who did the original score?
Danny Elfman.
Yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah.
I sorely missed the Batman theme.
I missed the the Wonder Woman theme. Her theme is dope. Like, it was a little weird. Who did the score in this one, Script?
I can't remember, and I can't even remember the music from the movie. That's how impactful it was.
Wow.
Some of it you wanted to forget as soon as you heard it.
That one song.
Perfect Wigan der Fergen. No, you know
that takes anyone out.
To be fair,
the
Script
camera
Doctor,
stayed on her.
What's the last memorable music score from a movie that you can just distinctly remember, aside from Avengers in the past 15 years?
Oh, if you give me 15 years, I'll come up with
15 years.
Yeah.
Christopher Drake did a great score for the Dark Knight Returns animated film.
Yeah.
I'm talking about iconic.
That is pretty
Harry
iconic.
Just something that even normies will remember. Like
Harry
that's
Potter,
what I'm talking about.
Deathly Shot.
Yeah, Harry Potter.
Part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alexander. What's his name? Alexander Duplat.
Let It Go from Frozen.
Yeah, those are good songs. But.
I just said score.
I mean, if you're talking about like for themes, I mean, superhero movies are where you go for those that are humming. Essentially, also some sci-fi as well. But sadly, like on the sci-fi side of things, especially if we're talking Star Wars, who remembers Rey's theme? I think it's just wind chimes, really. Like it's.
Did you have a
theme?
I think it was.
Ray had a theme.
Yeah,
they called it Ray's themes.
No,
he took someone else's theme.
That's what it was. Her song was "You're the best around." No one's gonna ever let you down. Yeah, there you go. That's Ray. God dang it. culture.
By the way, Jesse, wasn't it great when we clapped and cheered in the theater when Ray died? It was great. I just clapped like, yay!
If only it had stuck.
It was very awkward because no one else.
My favorite part of that movie still was when they went through the quicksand and you leaned over to me and you were like, "And that's the end."
Nice.
I didn't even remember that.
Wasn't a good ending. Yeah.
Nice. Justin said that.
Holy God!
Justin say that.
We were watching the movie together, for the first time, Rise of Skywalker, and I was just like, and that's the end of the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Justin,
just hold on to that because that's a one funny
just remember
thing
the date and time.
Justin, so hold on to that
date and time. That one timestamp.
Thank you, Paulie. I appreciate that.
We did just bring up Harry Potter, and I think we've talked enough about Snyder. I think a lot of people have talked enough about Snyder this week. I have another idea. Let's talk. We're talking about a little man named Ralph Fiennes, who is
Ray Fiennes.
How do you pronounce it? Is it Ray Fiennes?
It's Ray.
Ray,
but it's a weird.
Okay. Guys, Rafe. Okay, so it's like a nickname for Raphael. It's R-A-P-H.
Okay.
And Uncle Rafe. It's a name.
Right.
Okay. That makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, thank you. I've never been able to explain it
because I'm hearing it like both ways. I'm hearing both. Ralph Fiennes,
like somewhere in between. Rafe.
Okay. Well, the Harry Potter star, Ray Fiennes, defends J.K. Rowling, stating the backlash the author has faced is irrational and disturbing. This is by... Okay, I'm not making money off this one. Josh Berger. Okay, so Rafe Fiennes, I really can't do it, I'm sorry, who played the villainous Voldemort, I could say that, in the popular Harry Potter series, has recently defended series creator J.K. Rowling's, classifying the backlash that the renowned author continues to face as irrational and disturbing. So this is what he said. I can't understand the priest. Come on. Virtual.
Verbiage.
Someone help me with that. Virtual.
Verbiage, vernacular. What word are you looking at?
Highlight the word.
Vitriol.
Vitriol.
Oh my God, I couldn't say it. Vitriol directed at her. Go ahead, make fun of me.
No. I just wondered, did you want an educated person to read this or no?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right, let me start.
I can do it if you want me to.
Hey, whip it out there, P hands, if you want to go proper.
Wow. Makani, I like to hear your sexy voice.
This culture 2.0, I don't know about.
Let me find the link.
Well, it's right here. I got it. You're good.
It's Culture Casino After Dark.
All right. So
you see what I told you? I told you, Justin. I told you. Hold on to that one joke that Jesse praised your humor. Hold on to it. And what did you do? What did you do?
Screwed it up.
All right. So start from the top, right?
Yeah, just start right there. Ralph Fiennes.
All right. Ralph Fiennes, who played the villainous Voldemort in the popular Harry Potter series, has recently defended series creator J.K. Rowling, classifying the backlash that the renowned author caused continues to face irrational and disturbing. As revealed during an interview with The Telegraph, Fiennes said, "I can't understand the vitriol directed at her. I can understand the heat of an argument, but I find this age of accusation and the need to condemn irrational. I find the level of hatred people express views different from theirs, and the violence of language towards others disturbing," the actor continued. Fiennes also called out cancel culture, revealing that he gets worried that if the deciding certain classical plays are irrelevant. Adding that, I think there's often superficial reading. Restoration drama is colonialist, hierarchical, and quasi-racist, he quotes. But they're just plays. You turn them on their head. The dangers of labeling stuff. We need those voices that risk being offensive, added Fiennes. Those texts, so pull humanity out of them. Pull out the stuff that's relevant. If you're going, it doesn't tick these boxes. You're lowering the portcullis of judgment. Before
I'm not the only one.
The room with it. I think that's troubling, the actor stated. We need to have those voices that risk being offensive. How sad if we sat on any expressive voice that could shake the scenery. That could get inside us, make us angry, and turn us on. I would hate a world where the freedom of that kind of voice is stifled, he concluded. J.K. Rowling's views on gender have been the cause of constant attacks on social media. Besides being a very talented writer, Rowling had not bended the knee to the cancel culture mob. It's definitely not worth commending. Definitely worth commending, and my apologies.
All right, let's hold off right there for a second. Let's just stop there for a second. I agree with what he's saying. Like, the guy is making so many valid points. He must be canceled soon, I'm guessing, right?
Oh, probably.
By the way, for people who don't know, portcullis is defined as a strong, heavy grating that can be lowered down.
A portcullis.
Portcullis.
It's a portal.
Whatever. I don't give a shit. A heavy grating that can be lowered down grooves on each side of a gateway to block it.
And everybody was making fun of
it. And it's so accurate.
I like that term, the portcullis of judgment. I'm going to start using that.
And the problem with it is that it still is permeable rather than the actual drawbridge, which is drawn afterwards. So you drop the portcullis and then you lift the drawbridge at any efficient castle. Again,
isn't it just a gate? It's a gate.
Now, if you're Fezzik from The Princess Bride, you just.
I was just thinking of that movie.
Pretty lady.
The portcullis.
it's essentially, but the idea behind it is that it, because it drops within the grooves, it's essentially part of the walling system. So it's more difficult to overcome than a standard gate.
Thank you for that. Anywho, so my question, no. We're all smarter now. And I'm proud of you.
I doubt it. Whatever.
I'm proud of you.
Have fun storming the castle.
You think it'll work?
Woohoo!
I'll take a miracle. Bye.
As you wish. Anyone? No, that hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's read on.
Hey,
Jessi, I am sorry we're wasting your time tonight.
Sorry, no, you're not at all. I just wanted to.
No.
Oh my goodness, that is awesome.
That is such a pretty
Awesome.
Are we going to show off swords? Because I got a broadsword that's pretty wicked.
I mean,
no, this isn't the time for dick pics.
This is nobody can be, unless somebody has like a proper replica from Lord of the Rings or something. This is like fully weighted, perfectly balanced, 1-to-1 to the movie Inigo sword.
Yeah, that totally beats my rip-off Sting. Rip-off Sting.
I have one of those too.
It's such a rip-off.
Comparing swords now.
Oh my God.
I have one of those. Actually, have a rip-off Sting.
Literally measuring dick size.
Jessi wins.
Jessi has a bigger dick than you.
I will kill you broadsword.
Most people do. Most people do beat my dick. I mean, what?
Going to get his.
That thing is hot, dude.
Well, as you
I
know,
think I need to make a sketch of that.
I don't need a sword.
I think what you mean, Maki, is that you need to make a sketch of it.
That's what I just said.
Oh.
The gun show.
Whoopsies.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Oh man, that's
Latino Slant. Are we?
Hey, get back over here. Get that.
Wait a minute. Let me look at this first, though. Let's see this one. Paulie, show it.
We got the gun show going on here.
That wins.
This one's nicer right here.
Oh,
it is. Look at that. There's a definition there.
He's had a couple nights by himself lately. Okay.
No.
Hey now.
All right.
Why am I?
It's a dump for a reason.
This took an odd turn.
Oh my God!
You're getting a lightsaber next because I'll whip out a lightsaber.
Look at what portcullis of judgment has taken.
Nice way. Nice.
I mean, that's how it works. Why don't we go back to the reading? Go for it, Makini.
We need Mexican Iron Man. We need more Mexican Iron Man on this stream right now. He has a collection of lightsabers that is to be like.
Oh no, he is a. Like a professional collector, like a.
I would only say, in relation, I would say Lord Callus has even a greater collection of lightsabers as well.
Oh yeah, he does.
Unmatched.
Wow. Because I have to tell you, like Mexican Airman showed up on a stream and like showed off like 12 in a row lightsabers. I was like, holy cow, dude, you were living it. It was amazing.
Well, let me ask a question. Could he cut through anything with it? Because I know my Sting can cut through paper. So I think I won.
I only need to poke holes in human beings.
It does.
But as far as swords, it's Jesse's the clear winner.
Wait a minute. What was that, Jesse?
Jesse definitely has a vastly superior, elegant looking weapon. Again, you know.
You missed the point, though. I get paid to teach people how to use them for a living.
Do you really? You teach people fencing and such?
Fencing coach. Yeah, I'm one of the best saber referees in the country, and I'm a saber coach as well. Yeah.
Well then,
wow, that is so cool.
I'm coming to California. I'm
coming worthy of that sword.
Come on out. I love teaching. I love teaching people about it.
That was one of my favorite film classes was combat. So that'd be a lot of fun. I would enjoy that.
It's the best, and I want to do a lot more stage combat stuff in my life.
See, and I want to learn Kisi so that I can look like Batman when I fight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Wow, that's amazing, though. That would be really an interesting thing to do. Is sword fight? Like, do you teach fencing in general, or actual like combat for scenarios? Like, we're gonna do a fight for this scene.
I teach like Olympic fencing. So
wow.
I have a little one right now who is legitimately probably going to be an Olympian one day.
Is that the one you've been talking a lot about? Throughout the last couple of years.
Justin, she's telling the story. Shush.
No, the same. Justin's right though. I've been working with the same kiddo for a few years now, and she's growing up and getting better and like getting scary good at stuff, getting this weird perspective on the world too. I was telling her something about, how distance, you pay attention to the distance between you and the opponent, but you also have to pay attention to the distance behind you and all that. And she's like, oh, it's like this inspirational essay I had to write. And I wrote it about how you see the world one way, and then you learn that it's not just you and your life, but there's a whole nother way to see the world. And I'm like, wow, man, that's amazing. And then she goes, yeah, but every time I have to write those inspirational essays, I feel like I have to throw up my mouth a little bit. And I'm like, not only are you amazing at do you have this perspective already? You're already jaded. You're ahead of me, kid. I would adopt this child.
Jessi, don't you feel like you have to be very careful now with your language because proper touching and fencing could be misconstrued?
No. We already went through this, and we've already discredited you for the last statement that you said about me. So.
Honestly,
we didn't. And what I'm saying is actually fencing related, Justin.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with you, Justin.
Just shut up.
All right, we're even now.
When U.S. fencing was like, we're too poor, and the USOC, the U.S. Olympic Committee bought it, that we got saddled with Safe Sport, which is their how to not sexually harass and bully people while you're doing.
That was a real thing.
What stuff? So we all have to go. I go through this training. So I'm actually certified not a child molester. I have paperwork to prove that. I have to go there every couple of years.
Yeah. But when you actually strike an opponent in legit fencing, it's called a touch.
We say touche, actually.
Well, okay.
But it is called a touch.
Both sound dirty. Both sound dirty.
So we don't usually now that has led to many jokes. Yes, of course, epee fencers touch all over.
Thank you, Shane.
Okay.
But no, generally speaking, it is not customary to say, "Oh, I touched you."
Right.
Although to be fair, that is definitely something. Like, no, I definitely touched you. Usually say I definitely hit you. You wouldn't usually say I definitely.
Yeah. See, and this is where you play even more ignorance than normal, Justin. But keep talking. It's going to be great.
Wow. What? You were on fire tonight, Culture Casino. You are vicious.
I almost feel bad.
No, it was only the first thing that you said that I had a problem with, not everything else. Just whatever.
Okay.
Do
you have something you want to add to the story, though?
No.
Wow, that was painful. Okay, let's get back to the article real quick. All right.
I'm just gonna remove myself from the situation.
All right. So,
Let's get back to Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Let's do
10
that.
years
All
too
right.
late.
2 years
No,
too late.
19 years later.
All right. Petty SJW snowflakes on social media aren't the only ones that have attacked the Harry Potter creator. Some mainstream journalists have also targeted J.K. Rowling because her opinions differ from their own. Take the Daily Dot's Anna Maria, for instance, who wondered why Rowling hadn't been jumped yet. Wishing for someone to punch her in the face, the journalist tweeted, let me say it in the proper voice.
I hope J.K. Rowling gets punched in the face today. I hope her nose breaks and gushes all over the clothes. I hope her teeth get knocked out and she can't find them.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Smiley face.
That was
I wasn't expecting that.
good.
Riveting.
Oh my God, dude, you go from I'm down here to oh my
From
God,
Shaft?
Susan. That was
Special
great.
Justice Jesse is proud of you.
Wow, dude, you can sashay away from that statement, bro.
Went
That
from
was
Shaft
solid.
to-
I
girl.
thank you, Jesse. I appreciate that.
It's an approval. It's
I applaud you.
Oh, please. Oh, please
Thank
do
you.
this one.
That was
All right.
great. That was
Riveting.
great.
When rumors of a live-action Harry Potter series produced by HBO Max and Warner Bros. Started doing the rounds earlier this year, the cancel culture mob also attacked Rowling and called her a TERF, an acronym that literally translates into trans-exclusionary radical feminist. Rowling
They got a
herself is a
term for
feminist.
everything. They got a term for everything, people.
So wait, literally, there's a word now for being a radical feminist who hates trans people.
Yeah, it's called turf. Come on, stick with us, Jesse.
Oh my God!
Rowling
Let's call them Smurfs. Just call them all Smurfs.
Yeah, Smurfs are same marriage, exclusive radical feminists.
Wait,
I've never heard of this term
Actually,
before.
turf? You've never heard of turf? You know what? It was on Tim Pool. Tim Pool was talking about turfs because a lesbian that was, on the left side of the equation actually was being canceled because she wasn't going to date a trans woman.
And in J.K. Rowling's case, she believes that there are only two biological genders. So she doesn't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that where super straight came from? Because you're super straight because you'll only sleep with biologically.
No. It was. I think it was like
opposite sex.
trans.
Joke.
It was like trans women. It was like trans men aren't women.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm just.
I think that's what she was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on,
Sorry,
real quick.
buddy. I gotta go.
You what?
I have to split.
Why do you? But you're my number one. Oh no, I'm sorry. Orville Nation is my number one fan. Thank you,
Yeah,
buddy.
dude.
Sorry.
Yes, he is the best.
Hey, PJ.
Hey, PJ.
All right.
PJ's awesome. I love
Well-
PJ. I love Dark
Yeah.
Matter, and I love PJ because PJ introduced me to Dark Matter, so I have to thank PJ for that.
That's great. Paulie's turn.
No. Paulie
Paulie's
doesn't
turn.
get a turn. Paulie's
No,
leaving.
it's Paulie's turn.
He's a quitter. He's quitting.
I'm gonna quit to go spend time with Mrs. Slant.
Okay.
Well, then
She
that's
has
fine.
allowed me to be here for a little while. on
Okay, if
Saturday.
you didn't say I was leaving to go see Tom, I would have been pissed. But
Yeah, dude.
Mrs. Slant is
Yeah.
allowed. Mrs.
Oh,
Slant.
yeah.
Speaking of,
Scrub her back, dude.
thank you, Sporking, so much. Jesse, it was an absolute honor. You were one of my heroes. And Midnight's Edge and Latino Slant are launching Midnight's Edge in Espanol.
Oh,
Wow, awesome.
I can't wait to be a part of that.
Come in May. Yeah, I can't wait either. So start
De
taking
nada.
lessons.
So that's the reason. That's the reason Tom can't hang out with me anymore. All right.
Biblioteca.
No mames, way. No mames.
All right.
But
No
thanks a
mas.
lot, guys. Thanks a lot. It was great hanging.
We be on E2.
He's
So much fun.
Paulie. You're 14 away from the big 1K.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah, dude, you were flirting with it, bro.
Could we get him 14 more freaking subscribers? He's one of the best
Please.
YouTubers out there.
Please, and he's handsome, and he has a great hat game. Although
And
I
I'm-
prefer the
He
fedora.
also knows jujitsu, so if you don't sub, he'll come after you.
Yeah, dude.
Exactly.
Jesse just
can
subbed to
throw you
me.
around.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Jesse's
time.
not sub to me.
Are
But
you doing the Nina Infinity?
Oh,
Oh,
my
don't-
God. Who am I not?
Culture, don't be
Oh my
that guy.
God.
Don't be
I
that
know.
I have to be that guy.
And you know what?
You're monetized. You can cry everybody else a road.
Oh, that's
Just,
true.
he shamed me earlier for asking Jesse to come on my channel, and then
And then
look
he
what he does.
puts her on the spot.
Cabrón,
All
sin
of it's
vergüenza,
jokes.
cabrón.
It's jokes.
Sin vergüenza.
It's jokes. You are one of my best friends on this freaking planet, dude. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I have made so many amazing friends on.
Here we go.
Yeah, and my man here loves the LA Dodgers just like my grandfather did. I love
I'm an LA boy.
Yeah,
LA boy.
And you know,
Latino
it's not
Slant.
just his hat game. You know, he matches it very well.
Oh,
you know,
I
with
know.
the like
Look at that.
That is a
matches.
nice hat. That is a nice hat.
No, it's a hat that matches his shirt and it matches his style. It matches his room and matches R2D2 behind him.
He's handsome. He's smart.
Oh God.
And he likes music.
Okay.
Oh God. I love you guys.
All right,
already
enough
has
of
a
this story.
girlfriend.
We're not saying enough good things
my
about
friend.
him.
Good night, guys. Peace.
Much love.
Good night, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you just?
All right.
Are you able to stand up? Do you need help up now, Culture Casino?
What are you talking about?
You get
Yeah,
off your
I
knees?
mean,
I'm
are
sorry.
we-
All right.
Well, are we done
I'm
jacking each
not-
other off now? Like,
I'm
go on.
not the clipped boy. You know, I'm good to go.
Hey, I might be clipped, but right before I got clipped, I impregnated my wife and I'm having a son. So go screw yourself.
Go back, right?
You having another kid?
Aw.
Yes, I am.
Wait a minute. Is this the
Yeah.
announcements?
That I just announced it. Yes, I
No,
did.
actually announced it on the
Yep.
previous stream.
Yeah.
A little less.
Don't ruin it.
told
Yeah.
Don't
me-
ruin
Oh,
told
we're gonna
me-
have a Sporking News podcast junior. Oh.
Yes,
He told me
Junior.
a few weeks
Sporting
ago
Junior.
backstage. So
Yes.
No, that is such great
Strong
news,
like
man.
bull. Strong like bull.
congratulations.
So this
Scott.
is gonna be your second child.
No, third.
Third child.
Yeah.
You really aren't a fan
he
of this
did the
channel,
right
are you,
thing.
Justin?
He doesn't care.
No,
about
I
me.
knew you had a kid because
Oh my
you would talk
Why is he
earlier
here?
with hush. You would talk with Odin's movie blog about
Oh
about,
my God, you
talked
do
to Odin
remember
about
that.
it.
Just
Yeah, you would talk to him about like advice of when he was a couple of months from
Yes.
becoming a parent.
Justin,
Yes.
speaking of advice, can I give you a piece?
Wait a minute, are you pregnant?
Why would that be advice?
I
Okay.
That is a very poignant
I'm sorry, we're making an
No,
announcement.
the answer is no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel like an idiot. I'll just be quiet.
The
No.
advice that I would like to give you is when you think you'd like to say something, take a moment to think of whether you would like to say it, and then take a moment to listen to what everyone else is saying and see if the thing that you were thinking of is still relevant to the thing that is currently being talked about. And if the answer to any of those questions is nay, perhaps in that particular instance, go, I'm going to make those one of those things that I think and don't say.
That's some deep shit right there, Justin.
Story of my life
Thank
that
you for
that
your
explains a lot.
Said with
What?
nothing but love.
What the
The
fuck?
best part is though, is Justin one-on-one is the greatest because like for all the things that make you want to stream, go like, what the fuck, Justin? What are you rambling about? Oh my God. When you sit at a bar with Justin and you have a drink with him, and then you both start getting a little tipsy and you both start rambling, Justin makes so much sense and has the greatest.
In other words, you have to be drunk too in order to understand what I'm coming from. It's
Good
the
record to
art.
have.
It's the art of seduction.
I need to ask a question right now. How is Nick Cookies pregnant?
Oh, Elaine keeps him in a closet.
No, I was
I
asking
think he's
Nick.
just
No, I was
contextualizing.
asking Nick if that was what is that what Justin was saying to Jessi that Justin is pregnant.
Yeah, it's just
He's contextualizing what counts as advice nowadays. Because
Okay.
apparently
Okay.
this
Wow.
said she had advice, and Justin
Yes.
asked if she was pregnant.
writing this into a story.
die.
I'm gonna
Okay.
write that into suspect.
That has to be.
It's just gonna say that. It's gonna
It has to be.
Hey, somebody clip this because this is definitely a Justin moment. Just
Yeah.
saying. No.
Justin, you know what though, Justin? This is
I'm
better than
crying.
washing hands, right?
Jeff actually
Much
is
better.
not fully passed out in the background. Jeff is fully passed out in the background.
Okay then.
Oh,
we want to.
By the way, Jesse,
here
when
we
you
go.
eventually do get impregnated with Jeff's babies, I would very much like to know first, but before anyone else, can you please tell me first if that does happen?
Maybe.
Okay. Thank
After
you.
my mother, but you'll be high on the list. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You'll get a personal text message.
Okay.
Or probably phone call.
I'm just.
I just made it worse.
I'm so uncomfortable right
You're
now.
gonna have to wait like
Continue to make it
7
more
more
awkward,
years.
Justin.
It's like 7 years down the line. So just don't do anything to ruin our friendship between now and then.
There you go.
All right.
Never again on the live stream.
Like starting now.
All right.
Okay.
Starting
now. Right now. Yeah. We'll just forget everything you just did. We'll start now.
These are my children right now.
Oh, hold on. Let me get to them. Let me get to them. I love cats.
This is
not Shit
Polo. He's the oldest boy.
Yeah, that's not Shit Pancake.
No, this is Han. He's 8.
That reminds me of I had a cat that looked just like that. I named her Stevie because she would sing like Stevie Nicks. What a cute cat.
He's my very first one ever, and I thought, who do I want to be my companion for the next hopefully 15 or more years? I thought Han Solo. So that's how he got his name. His brother is Lando. And then I just was with the 2 little ones, they're litter mates. I was deciding. So his brother was a year younger than him. The 2 were twins, and I thought, do I keep with the Star Wars or do I move into something else? I went with Firefly. So they're originally Mal, but now he's Shit Pancake. And the other one is Jayne, and that's actually spelled like Jayne Theory. The other person I've seen spell it like that because it's spelled like Jane Cobb from Firefly.
Not bad. That's so cool.
Cobb.
So are we watching book burning right here? I don't even know if I care about this article anymore, but
all right. Rowling herself is a feminist, and constant attacks only go to show how narrow-minded the attackers are. Attackers that keep proving that Rowling isn't being the radical one. Even a TikTok trend shows former fans burning Harry Potter books to protest Rowling's views on biological sex.
Oh my God. Are we, Jesse, let me ask you a question. What are your views on biological sex? Are you willing to talk about that? Because I know some people are uncomfortable talking about stuff like this, but do you believe in many genders? Is biology?
Wait. Before we even get there, Scott, genders and sex are 2 different things.
Yes, they are.
Okay. But from the anthropology side, you have sex. So let's talk from there.
Well, the crux of my answer actually is very similar. Is sort of based around that, which is to say, people talk about gender is a social construct, and just like literally everything that we make up is so like. Sex can be traced physically to what is physically between your legs. Right. Gender, the whole idea of what gender is, we made up to begin with. So by that token, it is just as idiotic to say there have to be 5 million genders as it is to say there have to be only 2, because they're equally social constructs that can be malleable. And then it just becomes a matter of preference. Do you think that we should stick with tradition, or do you think we should throw it out the window and cater to everyone's little nuanced opinions? And that becomes a matter of opinion. When it comes to sex, that's biologically what's between your legs. When it comes to how that is relevant to the world, I believe that if you are somebody who feels so strongly that you belong to the different sex, that you are willing to go through the proper channels and have yourself physically altered to reflect that is your journey, that is your choice. The whole thing is, people can get tattoos, piercings, they can do all sorts of crazy things to themselves. That's perfectly legal. It is your identity. People have done many things to alter their bodies to try to make their bodies more reflective of who they feel they are. And if that's one of the things you want to do, that is totally fine with me. I don't care. It doesn't have anything to do with my life or how I live. When it comes to the gender debate, I personally think that if you are looking for something more than just one of the basic pronouns, it's because you are not fulfilled or satisfied with your own identity in some way, and you need to do that self-work before you go around making that everyone else's problem. Right. If you really need one of these catch-all, gender fluid, or gender neutral, gender whatever, single one pronoun to say, I don't subscribe to your gender binary, fine. If you want one pronoun to declare to the world world, that you're special or still going through your teen angst phase or haven't decided who you want to be yet, that's fine with me. That's a world I can live with, right? We have men, we have women, and we have I'm a special snowflake and I want everyone to know. Cool.
Right. But sex, there are two.
The sex, there's men and there's women. It's just a biological, physiological thing. It has nothing to do with opinions or feelings or any of that.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I'm trying to understand, because a lot of people are saying biology is sexist or phobic or whatever they're saying. And it confuses the shit out of me, because when an archaeologist finds a body, he's looking to see if it's a male, a female, a child, an adult, what is it? Exactly. Gender is a social construct. I actually, you just put that in a way I haven't thought about it, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, and it makes a lot more sense to. Go ahead.
Yeah, please shut up, Justin.
I was just gonna say,
hey, Justin shut himself up. Give him props for
that. Yeah, no, props for that, brother.
He did.
Now shut up.
They take minor exceptions like hermaphrodites or things like that, and that's what they seem to try to build this idea that these mutations essentially are the same or equivalent or is as common as the two sexes that we are familiar with and that apply to the majority of the population. And that's where I think they go wrong.
Okay.
These things do exist. The anomalies exist. It's just that they're not the norm, and you can't make them the norm.
Exactly. Right. Albinos exist in most species and I think every species of animal pretty much. And you don't see anyone worried about albino rights or what that means of identity.
Thanks a lot, Jesse. You just started albino rights. Holy shit, we're screwed. It has begun. No, but that's a valid point. And I never thought of it that way, because I got hooked up on the whole idea of what is gender. And really, I don't give a shit what you do. Like, my friend came out at 45 years old and said, "Hey dude, I am not gender fluid, non-binary something." And again, he doesn't get mad at me because I don't remember shit. That's just me. But I told him I respect who you are. Are you happier this way? Then fine, be happy. That's all I care about.
Damn straight.
That's all I care about. Damn straight.
It doesn't hurt me. The thing is, it's like, to me, when someone tells me something like that, it's like asking me to remember a nickname. Like, it doesn't hurt me to call you something special that you want to be called. It doesn't change my opinions to call you the thing you want to be called. If someone says, I introduce myself as Jesse, if someone says, well, is your biological name Jessica? Is your given name Jessica? Yes. Well, fuck you, I'm calling you Jessica because that's your real name. Well, okay, that's stupid. They can go home and think I hate nicknames all day long. They can make rant videos about how much they hate nicknames and how stupid nicknames are, and they can't stand I call myself Jesse, and that's totally fine and totally their prerogative. But in the moment, if they call me anything other than Jesse, they're just being an asshole.
Yeah, that's true. But and if you're an adult, I'll respect it. I don't even want to get into this right now. Anybody under the age of 18, let them grow up and figure it out. Yes, please.
Thank you.
Please.
Yeah, that's a given, and that should.
But
be
it's not. It's not. That's the sad thing.
Well,
that's a given to normal people. And when I say normal, I mean rational thinking people. Okay. My God, it's like you know what, these. You have a super chat.
So many children go through crises of identities and grow.
I want to be a fire truck. I want to be a dinosaur.
Exactly. And they grow out of it. You have to let them grow, and then until they're old enough to decide for themselves who they really want to be.
Right.
And if they keep thinking, thinking like genuinely, and they keep saying yes, your firstborn boy says I am actually a girl, and they keep saying that until they're 18. Nowadays it's going to be like, are they just reinforced by society. The things that they by society, by things that they keep hearing, by what they're saying, or are they really telling you this? That's what's going to be tricky nowadays.
Exactly, because this thing that's supposed to be very private has now become incredibly public.
Way more than public. And it's out there. It's so out there. I don't even consider it public. It's in the forefront. They want to push it. And if you're a child that's a little confused and feeling alone, now you have a group to belong to, and you might do something that maybe you'll regret many years from now.
Yeah, and that's why and that's why I jokingly say, like, when people talk about pronouns, I say I go by your highness pronouns. Any other pronoun besides Your Highness is now a microaggression.
Well, I'm microaggressing.
Seeing how ridiculous that is,
Yeah,
and doing that on a college campus, people are going to be like, "That's ridiculous." I'm like, "See, hey, you're a bigot because of it."
Safe space.
Safe space.
Yeah. Orville Nation for $5. Many congrats, my brother Scotty. You are gonna be an amazing dad once again. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend. You rock. One of my favorite channels out there, and he is growing.
Oh, dude, and he deserves to, man.
Yes, he does. He works hard.
I can't say enough good things about PJ. Hopefully, we're able to work it out so I can be on another one of those Dark Matter streams. Because look, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the business. He knows what he's talking about when he talks about sci-fi. He's quality and a good dude. Just an all around good dude.
Yes, he is. So I'm done with all the other shit.
Well, that was a terrible pivot, dude. You need to work on your segues.
I suck at this, but thanks for being here. Tell me, are those real muscles?
Wait, hold on. I need to get my glasses back on.
Those? I'm gonna try to blow it up even more.
My question is that Natalie is Natalie Portman trying to play Thor or Abby from The Last of Us 2?
I
think it's just a bad angle. This doesn't work.
Look at
prosthetics.
I've seen other pictures of her on set, and she looks normal to me. I don't know if this.
Look at those traps.
Prosthetic.
I think it's just maybe the lighting.
Those are prosthetics. Dude.
I don't see anything in the wrist though. Usually you could tell at the wrist.
Well, not
no really.
tone.
They do edging better nowadays.
There's a brushing edging technique for practical effects makeups like that. That's a latex prosthetic.
It's one of those weird tabloid shots where she's like mid rolling her shoulders and looks really awkward, and they're trying to make it more than it is.
And if
I think
you
it's
look
just an unfortunate.
And here's the thing: because she's so yoked, she absolutely has even less breasts than normal. So that's
oh, shut up!
Why are they making her look like a boy?
You know what?
SJW, super third wave feminism. I mean, I can give you a handful of reasons, but yeah.
Well, what bothers me is you have Lady Sith, right? She is gorgeous. She's a woman. She's built. She's beautiful. Why now? You have Gal Gadot.
Where is Lady Sif?
Right, please.
She's on Blindside, I think.
Yeah, from what I've checked,
that show ended, right?
Yeah,
I think it just ended. Yeah.
Isn't there other pictures though of her? Because I thought I saw another picture of her on set, and
Culture Casino. Can you try to find them?
Be right back.
They were long sleeves, but she looked kind of like how she was, and nothing out of the ordinary. I don't know.
Well, real quick, this is for Justin. Tommy the Guinea Pig Collective says for $5, I hear a toilet running. Tell Justin to close the door.
Try again. Be more original.
Oh, I like that, Justin. I like that.
No. Seriously, try again. Try again.
For $5 more, please.
Yes.
Is she trying to flex though too? Because no one holds this.
Here's something that I will say. Tommy's gonna like this. Just add a big beer belly and add my face onto this picture, and that's me. And that'll show you whether or not it's a real photo.
Justin, are you giving them material to meme?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm giving because I, disrespected Tommy on purpose and saying try again. I'm giving him fuel. So you know what? It's up to him to do it.
Now, let me ask you: is anybody looking forward to this next bunch of movies?
Love and Thunder? No. I'm sorry. Were there supposed to be other movies? Were there supposed to be other movies after Endgame?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a lot.
Yeah. I'd say that there's parts that I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing like Chris Pratt because he's filmed some things for this. So I'm looking for because I like Star-Lord. So I don't know. It'd be funny.
Yeah.
But as far as the rest of it, like,
Well, I don't know, where is the MCU gonna go? Like, I watched WandaVision, I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did. I just enjoyed something a little bit different from them. Something the first 3 episodes I actually thought were great. It kind of lost me a little bit after that. I just watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I was wondering what other people thought about that. I thought for a first setup episode, I really was enjoying the Winter Soldier's story, and not as much Falcon, but I do like Falcon. It's just I kind of felt more emotionally attached to what was going on with the Winter Soldier. What do you guys say?
I really enjoyed it. I felt like we got a good understanding of where these characters are beginning. So I like that it seems like we're going to get somewhere. They're going to develop them, which we don't get a lot of these days. I like that we saw them struggle emotionally with what is in their future. You know, Falcon, this is his best friend who's gone, and he's expected to take up this mantle. He doesn't feel prepared for it. Perhaps he doesn't feel worthy of it. And he wants Cap to be remembered as the Captain America. You know, it's not his place. I love that he honored the past, which again is something we don't necessarily see a lot of when they're passing the mantle from one character to another. And I also love the Winter Soldier and what he's going through. We actually saw it, unlike in WandaVision, where we were told that she was going through the struggle, but they didn't really show us until the very end.
Right.
And here we get it on the front end. We get to see what he's exactly going through and how he's managing it. I loved it. I love both these characters, so I may be a little bit biased, but I love it. So far, so good.
Okay.
I thought it was way better than WandaVision so far.
Right.
But I was a fan of Winter Soldier. That's one of my favorite MCU films. And I feel like it really
is my
matched.
favorite.
It was really similar in tone to me.
The Captain America movie?
Yeah, the Winter Soldier.
Best MCU film, hands down.
Captain America: The Winter Soldier. That it was very actually similar in tone and the themes. I felt like how Sam was. We start out in this mission that actually seemed very similar to me and how the Winter Soldier film starts out.
Yeah,
and even the step after that, where he's more somber tone of him, reconciling what happened to Steve, and very similar to what Steve was going through at the time too. He was a man out of his time,
right?
And he was really struggling to fit in, reconcile the past and all the people that he's lost, which is interesting because so is Sam because of the 5 years that he's lost. So I thought that was very, very interesting how it's kind of a similar take, but very original in themselves and Sam's journey. So yeah, I've been a fan of Bucky and so I look forward to them teaming up. But yeah, I completely agree with you, Jayne, that both of their setups were really done well. There was like a couple things I didn't like. The camera angles in the therapy session were kind of a little.
Well, they're
the close-up shots.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be on
close-up shots,
right? But they're
I
supposed to
wasn't
be
a fan of
uncomfortable.
that.
I wasn't either, but that's the point. It was supposed to make you feel uncomfortable.
But they kept switching out of it though. So when they switched back in, it's like, okay, what? I don't know. I get what they're trying to do. It was just a little odd to me, but
right. You know what? I did have a problem with that particular scene, but my problem was it went on for too long. I'm just like, okay, we get it. He has issues, and what else? He has issues. He has issues. They're going to reinforce that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cut
it's
that.
Never
by,
been highlighted though. He's never gotten any time in any of these films, so I feel like I'm fine with. I know it probably was a little dragged on, but after you just saw the Snyder cut, for me, it was. No.
Well, luckily,
I
haven't seen it yet. Until I get Jesse's password. But I will be perfully honest though. I just don't want to. I don't want to just sit there and just first off, I liked WandaVision for a multitude of reasons, and
you would,
yeah,
I would,
yeah, you would.
I liked it. I'm backing you on this one, Justin.
Why do you think I liked it?
I'd say, you know what? Just because you understand things on a very superficial is kind of a strong word.
You have terrible
But-
taste. That's why we think you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's actually, yeah. You haven't seen the 300, so I don't know why anybody values anything you say, but whatever.
I have,
Really, anyone's standard. I mean, I love the 300.
Go on.
Go on, Jesse.
Go on, Culture Casino.
Oh no. Jessie is speaking. She is my guest. Everyone, shut it.
I'm
Please
just
go.
saying, look, I like the 300 quite a bit, but I would never hold that up as a standard for movie making.
No, I mean, I gotta say,
it's not
it
a
was
standard for
different when it
movie
came
making.
out.
Yeah, and it's understanding Justin's perspective. There's so many films he hasn't seen, and yet he considers himself an authority enough to venture an opinion on things. I mean, come on.
Here's the thing.
When have I ever said I was an authority?
Here's where I actually will go to bat for Justin, though, is that
No,
yeah,
don't do it.
everybody has gaps in their education. All of us, even the ones of us who think we're the biggest experts, we all have gaps in our education, and every but one of us is just as pretentious as the next when we think we know more just because you haven't seen these films or those films or whatever. And Justin does always have a willingness to try new things.
Yeah, well, hey, Justin, how many days ago did we tell you to watch 300?
300.
You kidding? Talk about Deliverance. We've been after him for like 7 months on that.
Oh, dude, I know.
Yeah, dude.
Justin, you'll like Deliverance better.
Yeah, he will. Justin,
I like it.
You know what?
Halfway through.
You know what? I'm gonna set this up on StreamYards right now, so I am gonna be beholden to it.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say that's about this.
I'm going to say something nice about Justin Machini, and then you can go.
Yeah, please let Machini speak.
Please do.
Justin,
I've been waiting.
Justin looks pretty good with his glasses.
Machini, what were you going to say? Because that just was disturbing.
I was going to say 7 months.
Thank you.
7 months. Elaine, Jayne, wasn't that like the same amount of time that we took to get John Talks to actually watch Die Hard?
God, that's
or was it longer than that? I can't remember.
I think that was longer.
He didn't watch Die Hard?
All right, anything
Well,
that
now
he's
he's watched it.
Watching Die Hard is no longer credible.
Yeah, God.
Well, he's watched it now.
Yeah. You gotta go back and find the timestamp. Anything from before that, he's got to erase it.
I know. Do you realize how much that is that Justin said that you have to erase? I mean,
Yes.
it's substantial.
It is. It has to be done, though.
I think we'll be okay.
We'll be fine.
Okay. All right.
Can somebody tell me, does
Jesse, it's only because I think you're so awesome that I'm willing
here
to
we go.
excuse a little bit of Justin.
Oh well, that means. Trust me, I understand how much that means.
Yeah, but can Jeff forgive Justin for those things? That's the question.
Yes.
Justin, have you seen Beverly Hills Cop?
Can you forgive Justin properly
Yes.
for his shortcomings?
Okay.
I actually have the shirt that he wore when he got thrown out of the building.
That was a nod from Jeff. I got a confirmed nod from Jeff.
Okay.
All right. I'll stop being mean to Justin.
Jeff is on team proper.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing with Beverly Hills Cop. That's Back to the Future and Beverly Hills Cop are two of Jeff's favorite movies. Mm-hmm. I recently rewatched Beverly Hills Cop, and I remember why I liked it so much. But my favorite moment still is when the guys throw Eddie Murphy out of the window.
Oh yeah,
and he says,
"Jaywalking."
It's like, yeah, it's like this. Like you're arrested for disturbing the peace. Disturbing the peace. I got thrown out of a window.
I think the funniest joke is when he's talking about the super cops and that he almost gets Ronnie Cox to believe it. But the guys don't.
Yeah,
and shoving fruits and the
banana. And let me ask you a question. Is it Beverly Hills Cop 1 when he's talking about the herpes?
The herpes. I don't remember that.
I think that's not number one.
Talking about herpes. Is that one? Is that in one or is that later?
Simplex 10 is number one.
That is number one. Oh, it's one of my favorite parts in any movie ever. It's so funny.
Jeff's the expert, so
Jeff has good taste. Jeff, I don't know how old Jeff is, but I'm 45 now. So I don't remember the Future part. Oh, the herpes part is the best. Really, I just want to let him know that he might want to get tested.
Yeah,
herpes simplex 10. Yeah, dude, it's so good,
dude.
80s movies are my jam.
Mr.
Yeah. Trading Places. Eddie Murphy in the 80s was a king. He was a king of
Anybody
comedy.
see the new Coming to America?
Yes.
Oh my God.
There was a couple parts I laughed.
E5, dude. E5.
Not a single moment of laughter. And
I
so
laughed
many
once or
jokes.
twice.
So many jokes that in so many setups. This was made for a woke generation.
You know what?
That unfortunately, any of those jokes are not going to be long lasting.
And none of the woke generation is watching it. But more importantly, I want to hear the professional on the panel's opinion. Script Doctor, tell us what you thought of Coming to America.
Didn't bother watching it.
Guess what? Did you already read the script?
I cannot confirm or deny that.
You son of a gun. You son of a gun. Yeah, that movie wasn't very good at all. Eddie Murphy, I almost felt like oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. Not Eddie Murphy, but
Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall put more effort into this movie, and it was almost like he put none in than Eddie Murphy. It just wasn't. It had none of the. You have such a classic film, like if you, it's like doing Back to the Future again. Mm-hmm. You just can't remake that magic, man. You just don't do it.
They honestly though had all of the pieces to do it, and it had flickers. I mean, having Morgan Freeman at the funeral. Most of the parts of the funeral, I think they took it a little too far with it at other points. Some of that stuff was good, but there were so many convoluted questions too, outside of even the pandering to wokeness and trying to black it up and all that stuff. There were just, who was the main fucking character? Are we supposed to be
the son or him?
The son or him, exactly. And is the son supposed to be the guy who has always been underestimated his whole life and has always actually been a good guy? Or has he been a slacker his whole life and is now finally stepping up? Because that was very unclear. It was like you didn't have any clear motivations. You didn't have any clear point of view. I wasn't sure what was happening, what was going to happen, who was going to end up being a good guy or bad guy in the end. It was just a mess.
And I would say they didn't even black it up. They stereotyped it up.
Yeah, they did.
The original film had a lot more black culture in it than this. This was just caricature after caricature after caricature.
Yeah.
And he was raped to get this child. Like, I can't stand the entire movie.
I know he was literally raped by her to have this child. He doesn't remember it because he smoked, laced wacky tobacco.
But Hollywood's okay with this. We've seen it twice in as many films recently.
Wonder Woman 84.
Thank you, Makini. You read my mind, man.
Having not seen this film, it's interesting to hear.
Elaine, it's not worth your time. You're a busy woman.
Yeah,
I kept hearing all the bad things about, and now I didn't.
You and Nick, if you watched it, you'd be like, oh yeah, they were really that. Yeah, no, yeah.
They really went there.
It is high time that Leslie Jones proves she can do something else, or she needs to stop being in movies.
I think she could do something. This is the problem. I believe
she has talent.
I agree. I think she has range. I think they just always only write her in as this angry black woman.
But
that's a stereotype.
One note.
Exactly.
But the question is,
exactly.
does she continue to allow herself to play that character, or is it her management that's leading her there,
or are those the only roles?
The sad reality is that while people want to run around talking about how woke Hollywood is and how woke everything's becoming and diversity, this, that, and the other, the reality is that for a woman like Leslie Jones, there probably aren't opportunities for a woman like her outside of the angry black woman.
That's the thing, and that's the reason why I keep preaching we are the new machine, and we need to continue to build the new machine to get rid of the old machine that should be dying, rusting behind the barn, because we have creative ideas that can put people with talent in front of other people in a way that it hasn't been done for quite some time. So it is what it is. But just for fun, there it is. There's not yoked Jayne.
Oh wow, that's a big difference. Can you blow it up? No, you probably can't.
I can't blow anything right now.
Why is she holding her arms like that?
She's probably hot.
She's getting ready.
No one
for aesthetics. Okay, so when you're when you're getting practical effects makeup applied to you, which it looks like her right arm has probably had it applied. When you're getting each piece applied to you, you have to let it, especially if it's something that's applied with an adhesive, you have to let it dry and set. And then during the course, you have to have all those issues touched up, like when you perform actions and stuff like that. So, like I said, I mean, she might be in that position. Normally, they would give you something to hold on to, like some balls, like tennis balls on some poles.
Hold on to what now?
Don't go there. It's not dirty, but normally you have stands.
So they're clean balls, you're saying.
Jesus Christ. It's normally they give you something to rest your body parts on to hold them in a position that's somewhat comfortable.
So you're resting your body parts on balls? I'm just trying to figure this out, Culture. You don't have to get all upset. I mean, you're talking about dirty and clean balls, resting things on them. I mean, this is a family-friendly stream.
Scott, come on. You're not Steven. Okay, let's
I'm just wondering.
Okay, so normally when you're having practical effect makeup applied to you, especially if it's something that's going to make you uncomfortable, you have to have places to rest your body parts on to make it more comfortable. And usually they put tennis balls on top of posts or pipes. Oh Jesus! It's
you
not
said
like
putting resting parts.
You know what? She's doing a Shure commercial right now. She's raising her hands because I give up.
Oh no, Nick Cookies has it. I was gonna say this. It looks like her pits are a little moist there. They look a little wet. I'm thinking she's just drying her pits.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm hot. Look at this. I can't do the
I just
arrow,
want you to notice that in front of her is the same microphone that was in the green screen shot of President Biden a couple days ago. I'm just saying.
Oof.
All right.
I'm sorry. You're really. I'm really interested in campaign culture.
Yeah, they could be like pre-wash balls, Japanese stress balls.
I'm going to stop telling you. You know what? You guys don't care about practical effects makeup. You don't care about practical effects. I'm trying to explain.
I am. I'm very interested.
Yes, we talk about a lot of things. You said resting her balls. I had to ask the question.
No, I said she would normally be. Oh my God!
You'd have her hands resting on balls, usually tennis balls, or rubber balls.
Yes. They would be setting on posts that would allow her to take some stress off of her musculature, so that she doesn't get tired. Look, when you get effects makeup is really a pain in the ass. If you ask anybody.
I can understand that. I mean, you got balls, you got poles now, and pain in the ass. I mean, it must be uncomfortable.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up there. Okay. Chocolate salty balls. We all know it. Okay.
Oh my God.
So is the point to give her muscle tone? Is that what they're going for?
Yes. I mean,
just actually have her lifting weights.
Right. Probably not.
Look at her frame, dude. Her frame is so like she was someone who can lose the weight to be a ballerina and really pass to be a ballerina. I can't imagine could get as jacked as you need to be to look like Thor. And that's who she will be.
Well, why are they trying to make her look like Thor? Though?
I think they should just tone her up and make her do the Gal Gadot version of Thor.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I just read her workout routine. I read an article about her Gadot's workout routine, and it's really just isolating, strength training, and isolating muscle groups. And look how she looked. She's not bulky, she's lean. And that's
right.
how
and that's the thing. You're not looking for somebody to be totally yoked, right?
Look at her. Right? She's intense face.
I know.
Really wait a minute, that's not her face. Okay.
No, that's Elaine. Look how pretty Elaine is. Yeah. No, but mostly look, it's this thing. She doesn't need to get yoked. This character doesn't need to be completely yoked. I mean, even She-Hulk doesn't need to be exaggeratedly muscular, she wasn't necessarily, she was very feminine.
Well, and look at Fat Thor. He was able to be fine with his carrying the extra weight. So it's the hammer that gives him the powers of Thor, and the same thing for her.
And if anybody's fat shaming here, it's Marvel, right? I mean, we should be calling them on the carpet for fat Thoring Thor.
Right. Right.
That was,
I'm sorry,
was
was that insensitive?
Gimmick until it persisted for the rest of the movie. Like when he was back, he should have just magicked his body back into shape.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
100% on that.
Though, can I say it was dope? The braided beard. I just wish.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I just wish he looked more like okay, so if she's gonna get jacked from the hammer, then he should have went back to being jacked from the hammer.
Exactly.
There you go.
100% on that.
All right, we're gonna wrap this one up, guys. It's been fun. Jesse's never coming back.
That's not true at all.
I love you, Jesse. Thank you for coming.
Can I steal 1 minute though?
Do your thing.
It's part
Seriously.
of the Winter Soldier conversation and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just wanted to drop just a couple storytelling things that I really appreciated because we've had so much lazy storytelling recently.
Yeah.
Where all villains have been moronic since forever.
Yep.
It was so refreshing to see a cool villain getaway plan. Oh, we're going to hijack the plane and jump out with wingsuits and ride the wingsuits into a helicopter where we have a backup helicopter just in case. And I'm like, wow, that was cool. Well executed, visually stunning.
Beautiful.
Technically looked better than the entire Snyder Cut. We watched them the same day. It was jarring how much better Winter Soldier, Falcon Winter Soldier looks than that. Other things, Bucky's nightmare that he has when we're getting introduced to his storyline. So many things we see. Snyder Cut's a great example. We're supposed to care about the Queen's Amazonian general when she dies in her arms, but we're only told that we're supposed to care about the relationship about 5 minutes before the beginning of the scene.
Right.
Well, that's lazy writing. This dream not only tells us where Bucky is at emotionally, it sets the stage of who he was for anyone who doesn't know. It sets the stage for the work he's doing to make the fact that he has a lot of people to make amends to, and so that little snippet we see with the congresswoman or whatever, and then with the old man and how they let the dramatic irony breathe and they dig into it with the girl on the date. It's like, and then they don't have to give you another flashback to see how his son died or this or that or to reveal whatever, because they show you the picture and you realize you already have that information. That is good storytelling. It was so refreshing to see somebody see a writer who understood, or writers, how to have one moment mean so much for the rest of the plot. Unlike WandaVision, which just felt like wasted minute after wasted minute to finally get to the point.
Well, and
they
that's
only missed one opportunity in that, and that was during the date, and I tweeted about it. Because the date goes, there isn't a word for what when a parent loses a child. I'm like, yes, there is. It's called viloma. And if they had Bucky say that at the end of the date, it would show
like
that
he's looked into it. Yeah.
And he's been like following into it. And you see the relationship between him and I think his name is Yuri.
Yeah, Yuri.
Where he's just like, when I realized exactly, like I befriended this guy who I was trying to make amends to. I learned the word of what it means to be a parent who's lost a child. And then he teaches it to her and shows that, he's actually guilty. Like he's irrefutably guilty. That he can't separate himself of being mind controlled with who he actually is, because he knows his body killed that guy, even though he was, mind controlled. But he hasn't made that bridge.
I have to say his part of the show, I really, I love the Winter Soldier. I love the movie the most. And I have to say, I was so grateful they took the time to set that up. Like they set up that journey of pain he's going through. Because even in Civil War, when Tony goes, do you even remember, do you remember them? He's like, I remember every single one. This goes to show you how much pain he is going through with every single one of these people that he's going to have to make amends to.
And you know what's funny? Even after, I guess that's just, what tells you like about a casual viewer might like me, Culture Casino don't even. I know you're gonna say something. Just hush. So with that, I was still on Tony's side.
Yeah,
he was in the right the entire time. It's Captain America: Civil War. I'm like, no, I'm totally on Tony's side. Bucky, that was shitty. Even though he doesn't have control of it, it's so great that we have that, fourth dimension, that's there. It just shows how very well fleshed out and how much everyone cares about each individual character. The writers do, you know, and it's very refreshing. And by the way, one thing that I will say about WandaVision, you know, I know a lot of people don't like it or criticize it. There are 3 reasons why I love WandaVision: Elizabeth Olsen's face, Elizabeth Olsen's body, Elizabeth Olsen's costumes.
Not her mind.
At least you're honest.
Yeah, I'm with you,
have
bro.
you seen her in that Red Devil costume?
I'm with you, bro. She is gorgeous. She is gorgeous, and she was
her
playful.
older twins got nothing on her.
Right.
Oh man!
And I enjoyed that she was playful.
Paul Bettany, Vision is a very lucky guy. Let's just put it that way. You know, if you're gonna be in quarantine with anybody, it's gonna be her. That I'm just saying.
Okay, Kai MFS, $3. Winter Soldier was almost as awesome as all of you. I love that guy. He's such a good dude. Such a good dude. I mean, Kai, I want to hug you. All right.
You want to, but don't get too close.
Well, you know, 6 feet apart, people. 6 feet apart. Right. All right. Anything
not
left on
not
that?
for long.
Anything left on the Falcon? Because I thought I heard somebody else wanting to jump in and say something. Falcon
the only other thing I wanted to say is just listening to the way we talk about these characters. It's so nice to be dropped into a show with characters that feel lived in, you know, even though Bucky hasn't been at the forefront for a while, Sam hasn't been at the forefront really since he's been introduced. To feel like that we already have a precedence for these characters.
Right.
We care about them. And now we're getting to learn more. As we learn more about them, we already care. We're just caring more.
Yeah.
For me, even Wanda and Vision felt a little like we were told to care about them and never really given the time to develop those relationships or attachments. And again, the 180 from the Snyder cut, where it just felt felt a lot of characters' journeys were shortchanged.
Yeah.
To be dropped into characters that felt real and lived in and believable, and that we already had attachments to. Just it was refreshing. It felt like
I do like how you say that, because the Wanda and Vision relationship, I felt like the second to last episode where Wanda's going through her mind, I think that's the second and last episode, and Vision and her are at Avengers headquarters, and they're talking and sitting on the couch and watching the show, and he makes that comment about loss being the real meaning of love. Like, that moment made me realize, wow, I could go back now in these movies and see that they really were in love. And that show gave me that love that now, how will White Vision react to her? So like it made me want to see more. And that's what you want from your shows. You want to see more.
I will say, the last episode, while I had a lot of ups and downs the whole way through, there was a lot in the last episode that I enjoyed watching. I thought they handled, you know, her saying goodbye to Vision really, really well. That was the first time I personally felt anything about their relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. See, mine was just that episode before. And that's what brought me into it. I had a couple issues with that last episode. Like, okay, in that last second, can't you just say, hey, by the way, White Vision has your memories again?
Yeah, right. Like,
yeah.
There's one thing in Falcon and the Winter Soldier that I don't think I heard anybody else talk about. Steve Rogers is dead.
No, he's not. He's on the moon. God.
I'm serious.
That's great, Justin.
No. You don't get to just brush.
No,
this
he's
off.
not dead. He's not dead. There'd be more of a
old
mourning.
Captain America is gone, so we know that for sure.
It is implied, you know, when you watch it, that Steve Rogers recently passed away, and that's why they're, you know, doing that big memorial thing.
No, because no one knows what happened to him.
Yeah, you
missed that.
He's gone.
Justin, it's all right.
Watch it again.
Yeah, it's okay.
I think it might be. You know,
Jesus, let me freaking talk once. It'd be all right.
I was trying to, you know, say something about, you know. So if anything, you know,
let me know when you're done then.
Okay, so I was very upset with the implication of it, and if I am wrong, I am very very glad, you know, to be proven wrong, because I hope I'm wrong. I am begging that I'm wrong.
You're
wrong.
wrong.
I hope to see, you know, a fun little cameo, because this would be the time to do it with, if Sam is, dealing with some hardships or something, mid-season, and we get to have a, Chris Evans cameo as an old Captain America. That'd be great. But to me, it felt like they actually killed off, Steve Rogers, and I just was not okay with it. No, I hope I'm wrong.
You are
wrong. Justin, all you have to do is go back to the beginning of the stream when I told you just how wrong you are about pretty much everything, and you'll be good. So anyway, Script Doctor,
we'll see in April, if Steve Rogers shows up. So.
Oh God.
No,
you are wrong, buddy. I want you to watch it again and just watch.
Was there a little thing that I missed?
There's a lot of little things. What you're missing is you're thinking of it like it's almost like a memorial service. What it is the public doesn't really know what happened to Steve, and the Falcon does. That's what they're trying to tell you. Like, the public doesn't know what happened to Steve Rogers. They just know he laid down his shield and will no longer be Captain America. That's all they know. They don't know. And he knows. That's why that kid is probing him. Like, we heard he's on the moon, and he smiles like, okay, he's on the moon. Like, I've heard this a million times, all weird things. Just watch it again.
Yeah. Like, why would they have all these theories about where he is and what he's doing if he were dead?
Script. Yeah. Yes. Script. Do I ruin the entire run of this show for them since there's only like 5 episodes left, or do I just keep quiet?
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
All I'm going to say is this: enjoy it while you can. If you have enjoyment from this show, enjoy it. That's all I will say.
Enjoy it while you can, or it's going to be shit. And
don't listen to him.
Say that.
Don't even listen to him.
I can't. He thinks Captain America's dead. I can't believe anything he has to say.
Sources say.
I don't think Captain America dead.
That's you, Justin.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Captain America did. Not now.
All right, we're wrapping this up. People have
that was just the implication. That's all.
Yeah, I'm glad you got that from that, Justin. That's awesome.
All right. Wrapping it up.
Maybe I am. Just whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
What are you drawing there, Makani? Where can they find you?
This is for tomorrow's draw stream.
That's awesome.
Which you can find on my channel. I do draw streams every Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Pacific, and I do time-lapse videos every week. I want 2 things I want to point out. One, I want to send a special thank you to 2 people who just subbed. I am 10 subs away from 500, guys.
Wow.
We're getting close. So yeah, if we can make that push.
Nice, man.
So yeah, if you guys can sub to me. And secondly,
you're gonna be way above 1,000 by the 4th of July.
I hope so.
Nice, Justin. I like that.
Now I got something to share, and I hope Jeff can see it a little bit. Okay, so does anybody remember the stream I did with Fatal J 2 Sundays ago?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say,
can you share my screen, please?
Yeah.
I finished it.
Refresh our memories.
There it is.
There it is.
I did a stream with Fatal J to promote his book Ninja Blast, which just blew past. It's already at 4K, and it already hit its stretch goal. So, and I just finished the illustration I did, just this little fan art piece I did for him on stream. So yeah,
that's beautiful, man.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful.
So yeah. Anyway, guys, back Ninja Blast on Indiegogo, back Stealing Solo, Fandom Menace Edition.
Hell yeah.
On Indiegogo. And if you guys want to see this, me really go all in on this one, come to my stream at 12:30 tomorrow on my channel. So, and we're 10 away from 500. 10 away from 500. So close, guys. Let's make
get
that
there.
last push.
Let's get there. Makani, I love you, man. Thank you very much. Jayne Theory.
Hey guys, you can find me here on YouTube. I post movie and television reviews and pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Thank you very much.
Gosh, I love that. Could you do that again?
Well, it's recorded. Just play it back. I need the view time anyways.
Oh, sorry. I need a correction. Make that 8 away from 500. So thanks to
Look at you jumping up like a madman. You are jumping up with a madman. Number 1, Script Doctor.
Yeah, what's up?
I got it right this time. I usually say number 2. So number 1, Script Doctor, how are you?
I am well. I'm really happy for all the work I've been getting the last few months. So,
God bless you, brother.
My channel is kind of dead at the moment. Or not dead. It's in suspension because I don't have time to make content. I'm actually, like, sadly, I'm writing at the same time as I'm talking with you gentlemen because I have to meet this deadline tomorrow morning. But outside of that, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD and on YouTube at youtube.com/ScriptDoctor, where I do reviews and analyses of film and television.
Well, I'm honored that you're on here, brother. Thank you so much for making the time for little old me. I appreciate it.
Oh, I'm honored to be invited. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to put a time limit on this guy, but Justin Proper, you ramble. I love you. Is he even there?
You go to
the bathroom. At least he muted this time.
Okay. Goodbye. And
no. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was muted.
Oh, we got to go back to him.
Okay.
No,
go with Elaine first.
No. Elaine's quick.
No. Elaine's more higher quality than you. We have to go in order of quality.
Yep.
So you're saying he's better than Jayne?
So are you saying I'm at the lowest quality?
No. Oh shit. You know what? I apologize.
Yeah.
You know what?
You just put a ball in your mouth.
I did. I put 2 Jane Seymour sized balls in my mouth. Jesus Christ.
How dare you? I'll just put it this way.
Justin, are you going to be on the trivia stream over on Snowdub's channel? Justin,
maybe. No, not if you keep being annoying like this. Okay, so Script Doctor, tomorrow or Monday?
Monday.
Okay, that's when we'll do it.
All right.
What time do you want to do?
We're doing scheduling on your outro. Do your outro.
Yeah. We're doing it right now because you know what? Script Doctor has been waiting. He's been waiting patiently for months and months for this moment. We're going to schedule it right now.
So let's see. It's got to be between possibly 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern it is. Okay, 2 p.m. Eastern on Monday. I'm going to be watching Deliverance with Script Doctor and get Tom here. I'm gonna message him as well. And I think Christy wanted to be a part of it. So
you gotta get Christy on.
Yep. You'll see us then. Okay. Right. And This Week in Bullshit is Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Culture Casino may or may not be a part of that, but let's hope he is.
Okay, thank you, Justin Prosper. Thank you.
Thank you for having me on.
No, I love you, dude. Thank you.
The guy who knows Jessi Milestone personally.
Yeah, he does.
Does he? You know what, Elaine, please drop your I have tens of thousands more subs on Justin Proper's head, please.
She doesn't do that because she's and I'm sorry,
Nick's in the chat.
She's a lady.
Nick, help me out here, Nick. Elaine's got 11 billion more subs than Justin. Just drop that on him.
I will say this. This is your face imposed on Wonder Woman's, face,
and it works.
Yeah, it's the best that I've seen.
Oh, it is.
Don't tell anybody else that I said that.
Thank you.
Because Mary might be mad.
You know what? That's Andrew's problem. It's not mine.
Oh, my brain hurts. Elaine.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I just laugh here.
I love having
I've just
you
been dying of laughing the whole time.
Where could they find you, buddy?
The main channel, of course, on YouTube, Nerd Cookies. But I also have, I've got the whole cookie verse going. You can also, I have an alternate channel, Nerd Cookie Nation, where our live streams are posted. So if you missed any past live streams, they're on there. And also you can catch me on Nerd Cookie Arcade, where I've been playing some games, playing through Kingdom Hearts 1.5 final mix on Proud Mode. So that's been fun to kind of just chill. But yeah, I think that's about it.
Thank you
I
so
just
much.
dropped a new video today. Check it out on the Alien Queen, some alien lore.
Ooh.
Alien,
yeah.
Elaine, are you gonna do like the whole like saga, like 2.5 HD final mix, Burnt by Sleep, 35 Days Over 2, pretty much the entire saga up to 3?
Well, I don't know about that. There's a lot of other games. I want to play Final Fantasy VII. There's a new Dune game in the works, but that will probably be down the line. So Uncharted. There's some, maybe if I can link it to other things that are coming out recently. There's a Lord of the Rings game, Gollum, that's coming out. That's in development, so I'm excited to play that.
Ooh.
So we'll see.
Are you interested in Elden Ring?
That's a good one.
I've not heard about that.
Again, we could talk about this backstage, everybody. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Thank
Culture
you. Thank you,
Casino.
Scott.
I love you, Elaine. Thank you. Culture Casino. I love you too.
Hey, everybody. You know what? What makes this the most amount of fun is that all of these people are amazing. I get to hang out with them on the regular, except for Jessi, who, you know, at some point in the near future,
You can change
it'll be
that.
a regular
Absolutely.
thing. Oh yeah, yeah. And I can't tell you the amount of love we have in the community, despite the occasional hiccup. And I was so glad tonight that we avoided the hiccup because I'm tired of talking about the hiccup. We should be supporting each other and calling out all of the Bolsheviks that are, invading our spaces. So to that end, thank you all so much for being here. You guys are the whole reason that we're here. Our great people that are in the chat, including Danny, who I just saw. Wow, I can't.
Danny.
Just saw show up. It's good to see him, Comic Chat. And beyond all that, be sure to help out my good friend, Machini90. Get him over the hump. He truly deserves it. Check out all of the amazing analysis done by my friend, Script Doctor. Jayne is a treasure that you guys should experience if you're not already. And beyond all of that, support Scott because he bought a new computer just for you. Other than that, have a great day. I love each and every one of you. And if you don't believe that, then you don't know me very well. Have a great
Love you, buddy. And our amazing guest, Jessi Milestone. Thank you very much for being here tonight. Let's hear about your channel and the great solo that we're talking about. Jeff, he's so sexy. Let's talk about that too.
He is wonderful. Yeah. So right now, out available on Indiegogo, Stealing Solo, Fandom Menace Edition. So right now, with all that drama going on, what better way to show how strong the Fandom Menace is than by buying awesome Fandom Menace artwork that supports two Fandom Menacers? Because, by the way, Anna, that Star Wars girl, does get a portion of the entire profits of the project. So she poured her heart and soul, hours and hours into painting this beautiful oil-painted masterpiece of the original Fandom Menace members. Jeff wrote an incredible story that makes everybody laugh. So if you haven't read it from the first one, definitely go check it out. It's great. If you do already have the book, there's even an everything but the book tier where you can get all of the merch, all the fancy merch without that. So every tier is available. We're doing tons of fun stuff to promote that. And so, yeah, if you want to help Jeff, now is a great time. If you want Jeff to be on your show, if you want to help us sell books, ask him. We're doing all of that. But as for me, definitely go check out Mindless Entertainment right now because I have these incredible interviews up with Richard Chu, the Academy Award-winning editor who worked on Star Wars, as well as incredible other movies that you have heard of, like Risky Business, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Shanghai Noon, others. And he just is telling incredible stories about
That's awesome.
50 plus years in filmmaking. We do have plans for him to come back shortly before the Oscars to do a live stream, actually, with we'll probably have Anna on and maybe somebody else with him, just chatting about the movies that are at the Oscars and which ones we feel deserve what. So that's just, it's so cool that this guy just wants to talk to me. And like, I'm writing a screenplay. He's just giving me advice on it. It's wonderful and mind blowing. And he is also just such a wealth of knowledge. Listen to him. Aside from that, you can go find my Linktree link everywhere. The number one thing on that right now is Live It. Use that to find my Live It. That's where I'm streaming 5 days a week now. I'm singing songs. I'm telling stories. I'm doing weird characters. There's one. Let me see if she wants to show up for one quick second. You can go over there. Fat Sally. Fat Sally identifies as chocolate cake. Even though she still eats chocolate cake, which I guess makes her a cannibal. So if you want to do weird shit like that, that's all happening on Live It.
That's my life right there. I love it.
So you go. Took them to Cat Sally and Yiddish Yeshaya and all the other fun, crazy cat. And literally, the cats talk on the stream too. It's great.
I like weird things.
It's great.
Thank you, Jessi. Thank you so much. I love weird things.
I can't believe I jumped out of a plane with your ass.
Well, hopefully the rest of her came with you.
Yeah, I know. Just an ass.
Yeah.
I mean, come on,
the ass is the heaviest part, so it is kind of.
You can watch it on my channel. I jumped out of a plane, so
it was baller. I still got to put up my video from that.
With the parachute like a wimp.
Yeah, you haven't even told people what you said. Don't say it now. You have to upload it because what you said when you jumped out of the plane was.
Yeah. It was pretty baller.
It was great. It was better than
well as long as you landed on Justin, it was a soft landing. That's all.
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. I forgot to upload the new Sporking News Dump credit thing that Culture Casino did. Oh, God, I'm such an
that's
asshole.
part of the channel brand. So
it is. I always forget it.
Well, now you can do the retro ending.
I'm doing the retro ending once again.
Well, you realize how angry I am right now.
I know. I got an issue.
Realize how angry I am.
My problem
Notice
is
the emotion on my face.
The Dropbox, when I sign in on my computer, is not the same as when I sign in on my phone.
You don't even need that. It's an edit thing. You just freaking down. You know,
you got to walk me through it. Anyways, have a great night, everybody. Thank you. And Jeff, we got to get him on here. All right, everybody, have a great night. Thank you to all my members. Thank you to the chat. Thank you to all my panelists. Justin, have a great night, everybody.
See, clearly Nerd Cookies did it better.
Yeah.
I love how you said thank you to all my panelists and then Justin.
Yeah, and Justin too.
You know, I did the best I could here.
I don't see Justin's name.
Stephen Walton is above the boobs.